Welcome to Pbkc streaming live.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Here's what happened on our previous shows.
Three, two, one.
Here we go!
We're streaming live in West Palm Beach.
All in. All in.
And good afternoon here from Palm Beach Kennel Club, Poker Room in West Palm Beach, Florida, for another live stream event. I'm Noah Carbone filling in for Mike Jameson as your host, and I am absolutely pleased to have World Series of Poker 2019 final tableist, sixth place finisher.
Nothing but.
You know him, you've seen him on ESPN, Mr. Zen Kai. How are you today, Zen?
Good, Noah. Thank you for having me. And it's good to be back. And I'm excited to be here to watch some PLO. It's definitely refreshing.
So I'm excited. So I usually have to take the heavy lifting on the actual poker content. So that's going to be your job today. I will be the entertainment guy. I will be asking the tough questions. You will be answering them, and we will have quite a few. So you've been on stream before, and you kind of know how the flow goes. The game has already started.
Yeah, it looks like we got some action already.
We do. So this will be the first hand, the last hand that we will miss. And it looks like Rose is off to a very good start. So, Zen, and we know about your results in Hold'em, and I have that right here. Let's see where we have it. Oh, and here you are. I don't know if you are familiar with the Hendon Mob.
The Hendon Mob.
So here you are.
There I am.
Over 2.3 million in live earnings, almost 2.4. So very nice job there, and obviously that big finish at the World Series of Poker main event. The last time it was live, actually in Las Vegas. They're hoping to get back there this year. We're going to have to see how that goes.
Yeah, there's a lot of news updates like every couple weeks or so. Everyone thought it was going to be the biggest turnout since Jamie Gold or whatever.
Right.
But now with this new news that you have to be vaccinated to play anything at the World Series, a lot of people thinking the turnout is going to be lower. And a lot of people might even think that it might be canceled now.
So without bringing in, and we know how this thing turns from poker to political, how quickly that turns without getting too deep into it. Let me ask, you're planning on attending, correct? Does this change your plan on attending?
I'm going to be attending. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
you
going
will
to
be
attending.
attending. Okay, so you will. Friends, people, acquaintances, have any of them shown that they won't play now?
Just from what I've read on Twitter, there are some voices out there that really are against this idea. To them, it just doesn't make sense, and they just don't want to support it.
Right.
But I feel like it's more for it is for more a political reason, just the freedom of choice,
Correct.
personal choice. For me, I just want to play poker, and if I don't have the vaccine, I would get. It would be the one if I don't have the vaccine right now, which I don't. But if there is a reason, which this would be the one thing I would get it for, just so I can play in the World Series.
Right,
myself.
and a lot of people are making the same decision, myself included. I'm not sure if I'm going to play any of the events out there. I do have 2 trips planned during the series to go out there, not specifically for poker.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it for other trips. I had to make adjustments, and everybody makes their choices. So I guess like anything else, it's fine its own level. But you know, there's nothing good about any of it, and it's tough decisions. I get it. The only thing I don't understand is not coming with a clear, concise plan and saying, okay, this is what we're going to do right out of the gate. It's been changed multiple times. They've made some adjustments to it. We went from, you know, whether they're going to, if somebody has a fever, if they're going to be allowed to play, or if they're hanging out with somebody who has a fever, if they're going to be allowed to play, to now you have to be vaccinated with proof of vaccination. And I would have to wager, and you're obviously a wagering man, that it's going to change again before we get there.
Yeah, it's possible. I hope it doesn't get canceled. Like, I've been waiting about 2 years now, over 2 years, right, to play in this.
Right, and did you play last year online?
I did. I went to Mexico.
Okay.
I was there for a couple days. I ended up caching, but did not make it too far.
So
it was a fun experience, though. I like the online format as well, but you have to leave the country to play it.
Right. So do you feel like you're at an advantage or disadvantage playing on the internet? For your skill set.
I think there are definitely a lot better players online.
Okay.
For the most part.
Right.
I like both. Like I started playing live first, and I like the live element of just seeing people and like reading them, exploiting them, just playing the game.
Right.
Online it's different. Like it's
more of a mathematical game.
It's a
more
mathematical,
calculated.
right? But it's still fun.
Right.
Yeah. Like just you suck out a lot more online too, because
you don't have to look across from a guy.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, he's going to get called out by his peers. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
And then online, it's just like, okay, I'm going to shut my computer off, and go to bed.
Right.
Right. So today we have Rose's game, 5-5, with a lot of straddles, PLO game, high only.
105.
A lot of familiar faces. You see Mark, you see Rose, you see the doctor, Doug, and Jeremy, who you're familiar with. I have not seen him play yet.
Looks like Jeremy and Rose are battling right now. Jeremy is attempting a block or bluff here. Check raise the flop with just 2 kings, and then betting the turn. He's looking for probably any club or any...
Or jack.
Or jack. He got there.
Right.
He don't need to bluff no more. He just made a straight.
Can't bluff with the best hand is what I say.
Yeah. He's probably just going to check, yep. Rose is ace-queen. Oh, Rose had a big hand, ace-queen with hearts.
Yeah, she was drawing as well. And Omaha's a big draw game.
A lot of drawing.
And it's volatile. I like to consider it volatile. Where do you think the margins come in? So, okay, so it's a drawing game, but where's the mistake? If somebody's going to make a mistake or they have a leak, where is that made?
In Omaha, it's probably just playing too many hands.
Right.
Too many hands and too many hands out of position. When you come from a Hold'em background, like all these hands look really good. Like, you know, like pocket aces is obviously like the best hand in Hold'em, but when you're going up against 4 random cards, a lot of times you're just like 60%. And if you're going against like an 8, 9, 10 jack double suited, it's really just a flip, 50-50. So like, so your edge isn't like the hand that you have. Your edge would be the position that you're in.
Right.
So that's when you want to try to stay in position when you're playing games like this, when the edge isn't really like that high.
And this is the poker stuff that sometimes I just can't give. I like to think I understand how to play, but then when you get somebody of the caliber of yourself, or and the professional players come in and they start explaining it a little more in depth, I think this is a great learning opportunity for our viewers. I spoke with my wife right before the stream, and she says, Zen's on the stream with you today. I said, yeah. She says, let's get some of that poker stuff going and really talk about the poker and drill down, which I think is great. I know just the conversations we had prior to the stream that I learned a lot about the game. And you've been through it all, and you've been living it, so you know you've seen a lot more hands than I have. So it's nice to hear it coming from somebody who understands.
Yeah, it takes a while, but like for a game like this, I'd say for any newcomer, whether you're playing Hold'em or any form of poker, you just need to understand position. Like if you're mindful of position and where you're at, like that just makes the game easier instead of guessing.
Right, and you've been saying that, like at some point, when the cards come down, both players are going to miss, but whoever gets to go last basically gets to pick up that money.
Exactly.
So based on our conversation just today about Limit Omaha even, I've been undervaluing position, and I think I understand a little better now.
Yeah. Yeah, the value of seeing what someone else does first. Because like sometimes, like when you're out of position, you can start saying things like, I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna trap. I'm gonna check to you because I know you're gonna bet. But the problem is you're not gonna make a hand that often. So you can't that like strategy can only work if you have a hand. But if you're in position, you're always in position, and you can always bet. And now it's up to them to like figure it out. And if they call or if they raise, they don't actually know if you have anything. So just that first part there is one of the first things any newcomer should learn. Especially in Omaha, because like because the nuts just change so often in Omaha on every flop, every turn, every river.
Yeah, it's very random that you flop, the flop comes out, and you're ahead from start to finish, right?
Right.
Would you agree? Okay.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
And I want to see a 6. He still has a little extra.
Sweden's all in with 2 pair, makes it vote. 2 boats out there.
A6. There's a side pot.
Except for the side pot, Mark's going to get a piece.
Actually, no, it's not. You're into the side pot. I'm sorry. So.
Oh, Carlos got counterfeit. He was all in anyways. Shorter stack.
Sweden.
You know Sweden? I don't recognize the player.
I was just reading the screen. I think he played last week.
Okay.
From what Jess told me, I believe he's just he's new to the game as well. He's playing mostly Hold'em.
Are you seeing a lot of that now as time goes on, players moving over to this game?
I think so, yeah. Like once you play Hold'em for like X amount of years, like Omaha it's really the same thing. You get 2 extra cards, you make more, you get to make more hands, you get to play more hands. So like I think that draws a lot of players in.
All right, guys, we got a straddle under the gun for 50.
I haven't played Hold'em Cash in about say like 8 years or so.
Wow.
So strictly Omaha, obviously the Hold'em tournaments, but like I like playing a lot of the mixed tournaments as well when they come up, the high-low, the PLO, the horse. Definitely a nice change of pace.
All right, 50 to call.
It is. I think, and I don't want to discredit No Limit Hold'em, but I would, if it were the way it works in my head, if the World Championship, the World Series of Poker main event, if it were horse, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to basically say this player is the best poker player, not just the best No Limit Hold'em player, but the best poker player.
Yeah.
But not everybody has the time to learn all the games.
Yeah, that's the issue. You just don't have time to learn and get good at all the games. It's so much slower too to play so many games at once, especially live. All right, looks like we got Mark all in here. Can't see his cards.
Yeah, Mark doesn't have him on a reader right now.
Rose flop, top pair, nut flush draw, very strong hand. Sweden's got an overpair, but unlike Hold'em, this overpair is really weak. You just have too many cards that, like, you just don't have any good cards. Like a jack is an overcard, a queen, a king, an ace. So he really, and any heart makes a flush, so the 10s is an easy fold. Carlos, can't see his hand.
Oh, Rose got better.
Rose got a really strong hand right now. Top 2 nut flush
It's
draw.
going to be tough to lose
That's a
that hand.
bad card for Rose, but I think she's okay.
And again, Carlos didn't put his cards on a reader. They're running it twice.
Carlos got queens and just a queen. I think Rose might be scooping here.
All right.
He got the bottom.
Queen. She's got queen 8 on the top.
Yes.
On the bottom, she's got.
Pair of 8s on the bottom.
Mark trying to find something feverishly. He's like, let me see if I can find something here. And he doesn't.
Mark has jacks, doesn't he have?
Sorta.
I think that's the best hand, huh?
Switching seats for Mark, it looks like.
I thought Mark got half that pot, but I guess.
It gets a little tricky if the players aren't putting their cards on a reader, so hopefully, and I heard early on in the production that they were addressing that, so I think it'll get better as time goes on.
Okay. Looks like Rose is winning some pots already. Rose's game.
It's funny, when Rose starts winning, the game's more entertaining. When she's not, it's less. It's just not as much fun. But I always like to explain. Even when I was coaching football to kids, I would ask them, "So what are we out here for? To have fun?" I said, "No." I said, "You know what's fun? Winning's fun." I said, I never looked over at the sideline of the losing team, and they're having a whole bunch of fun. So Rose having fun right now.
Yep, she's smiling there,
Yeah,
having her wine.
It's fun. She's having fun. Let's see if she can keep it going. So for the viewers, so everybody knows, we now have a new Big Dog ticket giveaway. So I don't know if you saw it last time's end, but basically for every 10 minutes viewed or for following, if you're not a follower yet, you could go ahead and hit exclamation enter to enter into our giveaway. And we will be giving away a ticket to our 50K guaranteed Big Dog event in October, which is pretty cool. Did you play that?
I did not. I was, I think I was out of town that weekend.
Always a great event. Great for a little local guaranteed event. So we're seeing no cards right now, so I'll have to get with the production guys and see.
Yep, we got a bet on the button. Everyone checks, and then
Exactly what you're talking about. Oh,
Carlos got a call. He's all in, short stack.
And that has no, like, he's out of position, but that doesn't matter because he's just short. He's putting it in there anyway.
So that's okay.
Right.
You want to do it twice?
I go twice.
All right, 2 times.
What's your opinion on running it once or twice?
I used to just run it once every time. I think in like home games, friendly games, you just run it twice to lower the variance.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference in the long run, like they say. It's also faster when you run it once.
Okay.
More money gets on the table, the game gets better. So running it once is definitely better for action. Running it twice is better to lower the variance.
You want to help him walk his service animal?
No, I haven't done the work, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is an advantage on certain hands, specifically in Omaha, drawing hands or made hands, to run it once or twice. So a player's expected to stay consistent, correct? Like if they're a run it twice guy, they run it twice all the time.
They're supposed to. You get some heat if you're a switcher.
That's bad, right? Because you can be at an advantage. Is that correct? So what hands? I haven't done the work yet. Have you? What hands are at an advantage?
I think it's supposed to be the same, but in Omaha there are more cards out. So if you're drawing, you probably want to just go one time.
Okay.
But that only matters when the lower amount of outs you have. Like if you have one out, you should always go once.
Yes.
Because you can't hit the one out or twice.
Okay.
So if you're ever going to like pick and choose,
right.
Most players do the wrong thing anyways. They want to go twice when they're behind.
So what? And I was thinking about it wrong. I was thinking it's more to try to
more times to suck out, right? If you're behind.
Correct.
Yeah. That's not how you're supposed to think. You're supposed to think, if I'm behind, I should just go once because I have less chances to suck out. If I'm ahead, I should go twice to lower the variance. If you were to pick and choose.
Got it. Somebody should really do an article on that and just break down the whole entire thing.
Right.
But like you said, you could really probably only do that once in a game where you switch and then you got to go home because somebody's going to be a little bit upset.
So we got a bomb pot here. What's the bomb pot? Everybody puts in 50 bucks?
I believe it's 25.
25. There's only 200 in there, though.
Less than 25. What are they doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe there's only 4 players in there.
Oh, some players do sit out the bomb.
That's it.
And they just,
I want to say
You got Carlos is betting with the nut flush on one board. The other board.
I get to see which one people looking at.
is that your nickname? Send Beast?
Send Beast, that's me.
Do you own that?
Vinny, what's up?
Is that, like, where did that come from?
I don't know. Just probably from the poker table.
Okay.
One day, probably like beat somebody in the hand or something.
Right.
I probably just said it myself. And it's stuck.
Well, we have a rule around here that you can't give yourself a nickname, so I'm hoping there's a reason behind it that I like to think that somebody else coined it for you.
Betty, I let it go.
She did. She let it go.
Let it go.
I only have one.
Carlos takes it down.
Did you get anything? Maybe you had fun.
On the top, I'm going to have an 8.
Hey.
And then there's straight 2.
So, are you able to learn anything at your level watching the streams about tendencies or about not specific players, but about anything. You're always trying to learn the game and learn more about the game.
I think you can from the streams. You can definitely learn about your players if you really watch the entire stream. It's tough to watch an entire stream,
Right.
but like watching, you know, just some clips here and there. I think the main thing you can learn if you're watching the stream is really just what hands players are playing.
Right.
Just from like what position they're coming in from.
Like
and
Doc, I have it down. I know it. He's coming in with aces and kings.
he plays the good hands. Yeah.
That's it. And it's well known, and everybody knows. There's another player that plays similar. I forget who it is. It might be Frog or somebody. They get one bluff a game, and that's it. But that's not my style.
Right.
I guess with your no limit background, that's not your style either. That you would rather. You can't let people pinhole your range.
Yeah,
right?
you wanna be able to play a lot of hands. You wanna play loose, like loose enough. You don't want to play bad hands,
Right.
but you don't want to play just the top,
Right.
2% of hands. Especially in Omaha. Omaha, you can play a lot of hands.
Right.
You just have to be in the right position, in my opinion.
I would say it's hard to win, not win consistently, but to win any. Doc's never going to be a big winner at the table. I mean, he won't be the biggest loser either.
Coolers. So we got some nice action here. These are some nice hands. Rose with the ace jack 10-9.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8 with
Clubs.
Jeremy.
Jeremy got the rundown 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't see Doug's card. I bet you he has a queen. That's the thing about Omaha. Like when you see 4
Somebody
cards in your
has it.
hands,
Somebody
like
has it, right?
yeah, like
Somebody just has it. He has it. That's it. You got, and even if he doesn't have it, you got to assume he has it.
right, it's just tough to.
And that's where position comes in again. He's last to
Right.
act. Now, the first thing that comes in your head is he has it, not position, right? Or do you defend? You don't defend here. There's no way.
like if you defend here, you would need something like really good. You need
Right.
queen.
Yeah.
You need like maybe nut flush draw, pocket nines.
Yeah.
Looks like Rose is calling with called with just open ender and backdoor clubs. She's calling again on the turn.
He's gonna have a queen, and I don't mind that sometimes we can't see the cards because I do like this aspect.
Yeah, I would think he like always have a queen here, and maybe pocket aces.
King queen. So okay. Well, here's the other thing. What are we doing there?
Well, Rose just had a pair of nines,
Right, but
and Doug raised pre-flop, bet the flop, bet the turn. Even if he's misvaluing his hand, he probably has aces.
right, but what? Okay, here's a question I ask myself: if I'm in Rose seat, what am I trying to make in order to make a call at all? So she doesn't improve. She has queens and nines,
She's trying to make a straight king or an 8.
and that's it.
That's not a hard.
And I was already gone.
And then hopefully he doesn't have a king or already have her beat.
Right.
It's probably suspect play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can definitely be folded on the turn. I think her call on the flop was okay, just to keep Doug honest.
Right.
And she's in position,
Yeah.
so like when she calls, she can still have a queen. So Doug, if he doesn't have a queen or
He can't
better, he's not.
continue.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to continue.
Okay.
But Doug was betting so small. I think that just like real Rose in there.
Not like zoners. It was 100%.
Oh, his had to be 100% last week.
They're talking about zoner.
Okay, so here. Well, look, surprise. Bruce has aces. Shocker.
Bruce is in the hand. And notice he just called. He didn't
I've seen him-
raise or anything.
Right.
And he flops top set. This is a spot where he should get paid. Like no one's gonna put him on the
Look.
aces.
You're
He
kidding,
flops top
right?
set and he pots it. He's protecting his hand.
Yeah.
Everyone folds. Rose has the flush draw and snap folded, and that's it. That's exactly what you're talking about. When you're playing a little too tight, you're not gonna get that action. Like Rose didn't even. Rose called Doug earlier with open ender on a paired board, and against the doctor, she just folded a flush draw when it's not.
Think about
paired.
that for a
Yeah,
second,
it's
right?
just- even on a board when what's his name, Bruce? He's not supposed to have like aces because he just flat called pre-flop.
But he does, and
Right.
they know him that much. They know him that well. Now, normal guy off the street, he shows up at a game in Vegas. They don't know Doc, and he could do that and survive for a couple days. But long term in a game that's being broadcast,
Yeah,
streams,
exactly.
you might want to find a different spot at some point. I'd be in there one day and I'd play everything. And be like, God, Bruce, you're running good today.
only have the straight.
Vinny says, is that J-Boss? That is J-Boss. J-Boss, Jeremy, and is it seat 9?
I believe so, yeah. He's cut off right now. We can't see him.
Jeremy
There
is
you go.
from Orlando. He's a good friend of mine. He comes down here once in a while. And he would like to wish his friend Laura a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Laura, from the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
Knowing I am here, and knowing he's supposed to be here, right? Yeah. Okay.
Guys are hiding their cards.
They're really doing a good job of that. Come on, Mark.
Mark's probably showing an ace or something. Yeah, it's an ace.
Says Badoogie. Talk to me about danglers real quick. So,
Well, danglers. So the term dangler is, so in Omaha, you want to play hands that are like connected,
right,
that work well with each other. So something like King, Queen, Jack 10 is like a really good hand, especially double suited. A dangler is the card that doesn't work well with the other 3 cards.
Right.
So King, Queen, Jack 4 is a hand that has a dangler, the 4 being the dangler. So a lot of times the dangler, when you hit the dangler, the good part about the dangler is you can get there's a lot of implied odds about it. So if it comes like, let's say the board is like King, King, 2, 3, 4, and someone has like Ace, King, XX, they're probably never going to put you on the King 4, like the King 4. So that's where the dangler can help. You do want to stay away from hands that have danglers in them because you might be dominated.
Right, like
pre-flop.
Rose right now, the deuce would be the dangler. It does no good for any application of the hand.
Well, the Ace King, the 9 doesn't really. I mean, the 9 helps because it gives the flush draw. But if that 9 wasn't suited, that hand probably shouldn't be played.
And she pretty much smashes it.
Smashed the flop.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually play on Saturdays, so I didn't ask him. But I know tomorrow.
It's funny, we always talk about, on the stream, we always talk about, you need 2 things to happen to win in a poker game or a tournament. You need to make hands, and then you need the other players to make your opponent to make a hand just a little worse than yours.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of the most frustrating parts, and you've probably seen it where you get aces, probably in the main event where you get aces and you're looking to get action. You're like, okay, here we go. And it folds around to you in the big blind.
Right, just win the blinds and the antes. But that's what's great about Omaha. Like, usually somebody always has something. And that's also the frustrating part about Omaha. You can have, like, top set and like, nut flush draw, and someone has, like, a random straight draw because it's just too easy not to have.
Right.
And they can just hit the straight and you're dead. Carlos here getting a little frisky with...
no.
Yeah, he's doing it.
No.
3 9s.
Now that's the ultra dangler, right? That is that 9 of clubs.
That's just a hand you're not really.
It's not only a
play.
dangler.
Yeah,
it's like
you have your own out.
That 9, you could just throw it in a trash can.
Yeah.
You can't use it in any fashion because you can only use 2 cards. It does absolutely no good.
It does nothing.
He has a 3-card hand right now.
Yeah. It's worse than a 3-card hand because you know you can't hit a 9.
Right, and you don't even have it. Just deal me 3 and keep the 9.
I'm sure he's attracted to his hand because he has 9-10 suited.
Right.
And he can make a straight flush. But that's not enough to really justify playing, especially like in just random middle position, you know.
What game are they talking about? Oh, Baccarat. I thought they were talking about poker.
Checks to Jeremy, who bets with a set of 7s. We should get some action here with Allen, who has the nut flush draw and backdoor straight draws. Yeah, just snap called him there.
Yeah, let's tell you, bros, I found myself early down there. She was just going hard. She was getting
A 3 would be an interesting card. 10. So in Omaha, like that 10, if you're playing Hold'em, that 10 is not as scary. But in Omaha, you do have to like be mindful that the guy can have like Ace Jack 10 or 10 Jack, Ace Jack.
I find myself playing this game, and I try not to play a bunch of pot limit. I play even limit, which makes me want to rip my hair out because everybody's drawing to everything, and every single card that comes beats you.
Exactly. The board
So
just changes.
that's where it comes in more. Don't have danglers. Like, don't put yourself in that spot because you're not moving anybody. They're all coming along. I had one I played in a tournament I actually saw you in the same tournament a few weeks ago, and I flopped a straight, and I'm dodging everything, and I got my foot on the gas, and it's multi-way action, and they're raising it. You know, everybody. I flopped a straight, and they flop sets and flush draws, and sure enough, on the end, like some random card comes that makes a slightly higher straight, and I'm like, and they just have it. It's always there.
What game was this?
The half and half, the Omaha 8,
Oh,
and Stud 8.
yeah, because in Omaha people are drawing to real out. They're drawing to real hands.
Right.
In Hold'em, people are calling you with middle pair, trying to hit 2-pair. But in Omaha, like it's a very nutted game. So like if there's a straight out there already, and the guy's calling you, he's not trying to hit a second pair.
Right.
He's trying to make a bigger straight. He's trying to make a flush. He has a set that's trying to make a full house. He's not gonna have like top and bottom trying to make a boat. He's gonna have a set to try to make a full house. At least you should. Like, you know, the newcomers, they're gonna be calling a lot with weaker hands.
Yeah, this game's a heartbreaker in many ways. But when you run good, you run good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can really run it up in this game.
I actually, in a limit game at the guitar property, that we don't like to call by name. Anyway, I played a 8-16 with a kill, and somehow in 3 hours managed to win $1,200.
Oh, wow.
Everybody coming in on everything. Yeah. So those are the runs. If you
70 big bets?
Yeah, if you don't have pride in this game, that's probably the biggest thing. Don't have pride, and I have a friend, my friend in New Jersey taught me this a long time ago. Like, I would try to call him, be like, I gotta look it up, and he would just tell me, like, just let him have it. Like, he has it. This game is probably more important than any other game to just at some point ego, like leave your ego somewhere else, because if you're calling to try to be a hero, or you're going to lose more often than not, right?
Yeah. Your ego definitely costs you your equity. Learned that a long time ago.
On my way here, I just read that to play the WPT, like you have to be fully vested.
Do you fold any aces in the main event?
No. Aces?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think I don't think you're ever supposed to fold aces, except like maybe when you're playing like a satellite. Yeah, like the satellites, you can actually fold some aces. Even on the bubble, like you can never fold aces. You can consider folding kings. I don't think I ever have, but you can definitely consider folding kings in a lot of spots. My main event in 2014, I had queens on the bubble with like 2 people left to go, and I had 5 big blinds, and I decided to get it in from under the gun. And just talking to some other people, I think you're actually just supposed to fold a hand, because if you bust, you make nothing, and if you fold, you should make $17,000. So
right,
like,
especially at that level. I
yeah.
get it at some levels where you got to run it up and try to win the whole thing. You know, you're essentially getting your money back, plus some money for your time and your effort playing for multiple days. So I could kind of see that, especially with queens, but that's probably the end of the line.
Oh, it looked like we got some action here. Sweden flopped the wheel, ace, 2, 3, 4.
So this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So Rose thinks she's good right now.
Even if she doesn't, she has to call. Once you play a bit of Omaha, you can kind of just put the other player on betting appropriately. She also has a gut shot. If a 4 comes, they chop. Rose leads out here. She does not. Oh, wow. They're in.
Sweden coming over the top.
Okay, everybody's all in twice, right?
So yeah, it's like in this spot here. Rose has a set of 5s, which is really good in Hold'em.
Right.
But with 1 card to come against a guy that usually has a straight if he's going all in, she was a 20% to win the hand. She gets there on the second run out.
There it is, yeah. So you know what hands really make money on this is when you flop the nuts and you're redrawing, which we haven't touched on yet.
Yeah.
I actually had a hand where I did that in a tournament, and I showed the hand that my redraw, and I made the nuts, and the guy gave me a look, like this face, like of disgust, like, what are you doing? So I showed him my other 2 cards. I said, well, was this good also? And he said, oh, okay, that's good. But the redraws, if you could flop a monster hand and a redraw, that's where you're in the real position.
Yeah, because when you're, like in your example, let's say you flop a straight, right?
Yep.
And you're betting, and this guy's calling you. The guy who's betting is repping a straight.
Right.
So when you're still betting when the flush gets there,
Yeah.
now it's like, okay, now your story doesn't make sense. So you're saying you flopped a straight and you were able to flush. So like people tend to think you're bluffing more
Right.
because you're trying to rep everything that came.
Under the gun.
Did you catch
And that's
it?
yeah. If you have in Omaha, a lot of times when you have double suits, it's really strong. Even
Just
if
for
it's
that
a little,
reason,
Yeah,
right,
even
right,
if it's
right.
like disconnected a little bit.
Because if you could get the guy heads up with 2 straights and you're redrawing.
Yeah.
So that's where the suits really
Right,
come into
right.
play.
Heads up.
Got it, got it.
If you're playing multi-way pots,
Yeah.
like the suits don't matter because someone has the nut flush or
Yep.
second
I got
nut
him.
flush.
Oh, I got him.
So here's your guy, Jeremy.
All right.
Solid hand.
Jeremy wakes up with aces under the gun, makes it $70.
Doug with 3 queens.
Let's see what Doug
Don't
does
do
with
it,
3
Doug.
queens.
There's no
There
way.
you go. Snap folds. Folds, folds.
Oh, wow. Oh, a lot of folding, I'm saying.
Sweden. There you go. That you got some two good hands there. Sweden with the ace, king, jack 5.
Heads up, I really do.
The suit.
Two play. T-Rex. T-Rex, I like that better, yeah. Jack.
I imagine Jeremy's going to check back this board here, even though you have aces, which is an overcard, overpair. That's just not a good board for him.
Solid player. Yes.
Yeah, he plays well.
100 bet.
Sweden leads out here, probably because Jeremy checks the flop, but that's not really a good card for him.
That's a good card for Jeremy.
Yeah, it's not a good card for for Sweden to be leading out.
No.
Jeremy's always calling if he has
The hand that we
And-
think.
yeah.
So okay, so he's in. Did he raise pre-flop?
Jeremy raised pre and Sweden.
Yeah, so Jeremy raises pre-flop, and this is going to be
Yeah.
the easiest call of his night, right?
Well, this is a tough call for Jeremy because the 7 makes a straight,
Okay.
and he probably doesn't really know exactly what Sweden's up to. So I think he has a jack in his hand that
Yeah, he's not
blocks
gonna call.
straights.
No, he
so
did, and he's
yeah,
correct here, yeah,
he's gonna
and that-
call.
Sweden's
There's-
not going to like
yeah,
that.
there's enough missed flush draws out
Yeah.
there. He's pretty much beating this hand,
Yeah.
the nut flush draws, and hands like Jack, Queen, King, that would bet the turn too because it has some sort of wrap.
So you're Sweden there. You let off the gas right when the deuce comes.
If I'm Sweden, I would have just probably checked the turn, try to see a flush draw for free.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, the deuce is just not a good card for his range.
Rattle on the button.
Like if he hit maybe a
Rattle on the button. 25.
like for Sweden, you want more cards that are connected with the 10 and the 9, and obviously the spades, which gives him the hand like a jack, a queen, a king, a 7,
Right.
an 8. Those hands, like Jeremy's already checking that flop on a 10-9 board, so he shouldn't have too many of those like jack queens and 10s and 9s and all those cards. So he's looking for more like of that part of the range, the middle cards. But to bet there on the deuce doesn't really make sense. He's really just betting because Jeremy checked, which is only a part of the problem, you know.
Right.
Like he's not looking at the entire board. We got aces here again. Bruce with there you go. Your man Bruce double suited aces
Oh
too.
my God.
Mark calls with
He's gonna
double
win the
suited
minimum.
ace queen 6-4.
Bruce wins the minimum here, no matter what happens.
Allen's in there with a double suited hand. Rose got a pair of 10s. These are all playable hands, I would say.
All right. Now what, Bruce?
Bruce is gonna check because he doesn't have a 7. Mark is the most connected, but I don't think he's gonna bet.
Can't.
Bad one, one bing bang.
All right, Bruce. Now's your time, right?
Yeah.
He should have fired right out. Yes.
Jeremy has something. Oh, we didn't see his hand. So if I'm Allen here, like this is why you don't play low cards. Because you
Okay.
put yourself in this spot. You have a pair of kings.
Okay.
You have a king high flush draw. There's a paired board. You're just always guessing. So like if he has a club, or he might be good, he might not be good. If he hits a
You should be
king,
play hands that can make the nuts.
right? I mean, this can make the nuts, but like the low cards, even if you make the nuts, you just like it just the board just changes too much.
Wow, ace
He
and
was
7.
right.
Jeremy got aces back to back.
Yeah, he's got one. Does that matter?
That's funny. Him and Bruce, a lot of times when you see aces versus aces in Omaha, it goes raise, 3-bet, 4-bet. Let's just get it in, see what happens.
Right.
Someone loses to the side cards,
Yeah.
get all mad.
Yeah, you trapping.
Going all in.
I got a sucker to get there.
Rattle on the button. 25.
Bandits first play.
I didn't think you had clubs. That's the only reason I called. Not the king.
I didn't. You hit a club. You
You were just hoping to bank that miracle in Turner River and have someone committed with a 7. If you hit a club up,
FSU, seat open.
25 to go, Doug.
that's for damn sure.
Who is that? Do you know?
No, I don't know, but I was going to let him know. So since we're so far behind the curve, including final table finalists for Orsu's poker main event, I figured that, heck, this must be easy money if we're missing it this bad.
I got a mediocre. We fucked with it.
Call, option.
6 people in here. I'm in 3rd
Kick
place.
it. Thank you.
If you like.
Damn, you're winning then.
I'm the
Third
biggest.
place always comes in.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Still 3rd place.
Check.
Got another multi-way pot here.
Oh, we're gonna go have to go Potsky.
Looks like Carlos got the nut flush draw, straight draw. Mark is leading out here. We can't see his cards though.
How much?
Oh, 180.
How many fucks in with it?
It wasn't me. Which one of us is misbehaving?
Oh.
If Mark is potting here,
Okay.
like you gotta expect him to have a set.
Nut flush draw.
I'm not sure what does he have here. A pair of
Y'all know how
4s
to spread it.
A straight draw.
and a straight draw. Yeah, that's probably a little weak.
And,
in this
and an
board.
8 comes and it's just a bad straight draw.
Yeah, I think he was just short stack and he's just sick of
Okay.
it. But
I like
that's
Jar-
just too many.
You only
It's
run
too many handed for him to really
I
get
got a
it in
pair
here.
and an open
And we're
ender.
gonna run a 3, like at least.
No, they had these knits on their fucking.
You see how Carlos is favored here and he doesn't have a pair.
1. I got a deuce though.
No good. 4.
Is it?
It's a pair of 4s.
And 6.
$900 pot,
No,
pair
I
of
don't have
4s.
6. I got the 4.
No, just the 4.
That's kosher though. We fucked with it. Yep.
It's hand.
Thank you, sir. No
Amazing.
gamble, no future.
Exactly.
Good job.
Oh, looks like a friend of yours, Zen. FSU says, you don't want me in. Ask Jeremy and Zen. So they must know.
FSU, reveal yourself.
Quit hiding behind the curtain.
What would a seat change?
Show yourself.
What a seat change.
Sweet.
Thank you so much. Damn pan.
That's Mark.
Can I get cocktails
So,
down
do you-
here?
I got a feeling I know who it is.
Okay, so do you take any
Lucky, huh?
wait? Okay, so Doc sits down. Doc's wearing a polo shirt, buttoned up almost to the top. He's very calculated. His chips are stacked in a certain way. Do you put all that into categories when somebody sits down at the table? Like, there's something to be
Yeah,
said for it.
sometimes it's hard to like not do that, you know.
Because I tend, and
Yes,
the only time I've really seen you play, really observed you play, I haven't played with you.
We made it. I look at myself in the morning. We
I don't know
made
your
it.
demeanor at the table, but I like to be the guy
I don't.
talking maybe a little too much or involved in all the conversations and trying to act like I couldn't care less about what was happening at the table when everything I'm doing is calculated and I'm trying to present that image. Do you
Right.
do anything with that, or
I think in the beginning you just can't help to like start thinking like that because we are all human.
Yep.
But after about 30 minutes, an hour, once you see a guy's not playing any hands, once you see some showdowns, you can just like put all that out the window.
Right.
Or it was like a fake tell or whatever is what they were trying to do.
right? And do you categorize guys and basically rank them at the table? So when you sit down, okay, I'm not trying to get involved with him because in some of the larger tournaments I played, you know, I don't want to get involved with a lot of hands with Miami John in a mixed game because it's just nothing good's going to happen here. So pick a better
Right.
spot. Do you do that as well?
I mean, usually, like, maybe not by the way they dress, but like I would think like older guys,
Yep.
they play a certain way. Younger guys, they're more gambly. Like that's how I would start it off with.
Okay.
Check, check.
A guy wearing glasses, I would think that he's whether he's good or not good, I would think he's like trying to win and like hide his eyes.
Yeah.
Anybody else need a
Like someone like Mark, I would just think that he's just a rec player, just trying to have some fun.
No, I'm good for right now. You fucking trap.
Yeah, that'll put you all in. I got 620 in the
Sweden.
50 is at least 7.
Yeah, like
He's
showing his
going all
cards.
in
And be
here.
like, hey, check out my hand. I don't show anybody anything I have ever.
Yeah, that's not too.
Nothing good comes out of that. You're in a hand right now, Mark.
It's a big bet here for one pair of kings, but it looks like this pot got bloated pre-flop.
Oh, you know, I like the back row.
Mark has
Backdoor is everything.
a gut shot and 2 overs to this board. He's thinking about it, but I think he's going to lay this down.
Yeah. Don't do it, Mark.
Rose has a pair of queens.
We gonna
Let's
set
see.
it aside.
Full
She's
down.
probably gonna
Put that on
fold.
the side too.
All right.
All right.
635 more.
Carlos has to call here. There's enough in the pot.
Okay, just give me a sec. Let him do the thing.
That's still a 10 I need. No.
Oh.
First 2.
first two.
Oh, I got you.
And then that's me.
Is that you? That's me.
There it is.
Told you.
There it is.
I can't call for a 3.
Oh.
You were behind.
I know that.
No. 3 again?
No. I only got one. Scumbag.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Oh, I got it again. Boom.
Straight and straight.
Bottom board
Straight.
came 9,
Oh no, he gets me.
8.
Yeah, 8 into 3. Yep.
Yeah.
Nut.
I missed the
You were
bottom.
behind.
Nut for Carlos. I think Carlos had a good week last Saturday, from what my wife told me. See if he can continue the hot streak.
That isn't enough.
He plays a lot of hands, so he's definitely the type who can like run it up. If he's running hot, he can
Right.
crack. Like hands like that, 5, 6, 7, 10.
Gamble.
You know, like he's on the button.
No gamble, no
He has 3 that's pretty well connected. He has another card in there that's kind of connected. Like those type of hands can
All
crack.
right, bomb pot coming up. Good
Can
luck.
crack like aces and kings. You know, it's a lot easier to crack that, to crack with 10, 7, 6, 5,
Right.
than like say 7, 6 suited against like aces. You know, you're probably like 45%. Ideally, you probably want 10, 9, 8,
Been a month.
like 7, 5, or 6. You know, you want the dangling card to be on the lower end, because like 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
If other people are playing, like let's say the board comes like 8, 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
You flop a wrap, so any 5, 6, 7, 10 gives you a straight,
Okay.
but only the 5 gives you the nut straight.
Yeah.
So if someone has like 10 Jack Queen in their hand, a lot of times you just make the bottom end of the straight, and you just lose a lot.
Yeah. It might not be politically correct, but I've heard it called the idiot end of the street.
Yeah, the ass end. Yeah.
Right. Stay away from that.
So you want that dangling card to be on the lower end. You don't want like, 5, 6, 7, 10 is not as good as like 5, 6, 7, like 3 or 2 even.
Right.
I have 9, 10.
On the redraw.
9, 10 and a redraw.
These bomb pots are interesting, because I think
thought he was
most people
going
just
turn river, actually.
play a little too loose in them,
I have 9, 10.
or too
It does.
tight, or too tight.
They've actually introduced them online. It causes all kinds of problems.
Really?
Like people get involved in hands, and they're hard to play, like because everybody's already in.
Something.
I don't even want a hand that good. I want
Hey, I'll take
7,
And now,
8.
how about this? Everybody's already in for bomb pot, and they're putting 2 flops out. So, like,
Yeah.
how many hands can he fold now?
That's confusing.
9,
Well, you want to try to win. You want to have a piece of both boards.
Right.
That's what
Like
Dr.
even if
said,
you have the
right?
nuts on one
9, 10
board,
hearts.
and you have like absolutely nothing. Like let's say you have the nut flush on one board, and then you just have like ace high on the other board.
Right.
You wanna take it easy, because like if someone boats up on your board, now you don't have any backup on the other
Right.
board. You just have an ace.
I hate bump
Yeah,
ups when it
these
comes to the same
2
card.
flops make my head hurt no more.
It's kind of like high low. It's kind of like high low,
Right.
the
Yeah.
double board bomb pots, which I know you like.
We'll do double board bomb pots in high low and really
Oh
get everybody
man,
going.
that's ridiculous.
You know, they ran it 3 times the other day and hold them.
I have just what you
And they were talking about 5 at one time, and I was like, okay, I got to put a
5
stop. At
times.
some point, I'm going to put a stop to this.
I have 9, 10 and 2 hearts. Right? It's a small flush, but a flush nevertheless.
Rose has a flush and a
And
pair
then
of
9, 10.
and a straight. Oh, that's a monster hand.
Yeah, it is.
We went 3/4 at the top.
Wow.
Especially since you got both of them on the turn. Like you, yeah, Sweden's not looking good. Probably had something like Jack 8. Probably had an 8 in his hand. Jack 8, Ace 8 type of hand. 2 pair maybe.
We're getting some of Sweden's, what they call ultimate winnings from the other night. You found out about ultimate. You found out about
UTH player, they said.
This is
UTH.
ultimate stuff?
over 1,000?
More of a baccarat player myself.
Those, the pit guys.
Right here, baby. Oh, God.
Yeah, I like to talk about how I play slot machines sometimes when I'm at the poker table, because it really confuses everybody. Because like the two, they shouldn't go together.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of poker players that just
Yeah, like
they-
Alan Kessler,
Yeah.
like he's always posting. Like, does he have an edge? Because I can't see that guy playing anything without an edge.
I believe so. I believe
knows something?
He knows something.
Yeah.
Because I believe so. I don't know what it is, but I believe so.
Do I have
He's not going upstairs, right over there.
Josh.
But everyone thinks they have an edge in something if they're playing it.
He probably is.
Right.
Knowing him, he probably is.
No, got dropped off 9 or 8K before he came up here last week. That's
Yeah,
why
no,
he was so tilted.
he's gone crazy on the old. Well, we got 25
Mark,
to call.
small blind, double suited, king 10, 5, 4. So like these are the type of hands that you're supposed to fold just because you're in the small blind.
Right. Take the 5.
Think about
Oh boy. Get on to the next one.
25.
Now you turned a little problem into a big problem.
Right. Like it's like let's just see a flop. But the thing is, this game isn't very. It's not too aggressive right now. I think Rose said it earlier. The degenerates aren't here today right now,
Okay.
so it's a lot of seeing some flops with
Yeah.
cheap, and then maneuvering after the flop comes out.
No problem. You can money on me
On that
anytime.
beautiful beach.
All right, we got 6
What
players.
would that be for the chicken leg?
6 players in.
No Sutton over here today. Let's see if we can get him here, though.
Good with the chop.
Both Bruce and Rose flop trip 9s on this board. Looks Rose decided to check her. Oh, Bruce bets with the boat.
275.
Will the real hand please stand up?
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Rose bets 155 and Bruce goes all in for 275. But I think she has to call here.
No, you can't. There's nothing you
It's
can beat.
only it's
Bruce
only
always
100
has
more.
it. Oh, it's 100
Only
more.
100 more.
Yeah,
She
there's
put
nothing you
155
can
in.
beat ever.
How do I get better?
7-7.
What?
You know, how do I get better?
She needs
Wait,
two
wait.
sevens.
She needs running 7s, which
Running
I hope they run it once here because
No, Doc lets them do whatever they want.
That's your only fucking hope.
Running 7-7. Running 7.
Can you
Do it.
Yeah,
Once
you
or
can
twice?
do 7
Be good for the show.
Give her 7-7.
No.
7-7 one time.
Man, get out of here. Here. What?
Give her a chance to get one.
What am I going to get?
Do it.
Get out of here.
Keep running it.
Oh, we open-ended.
See how many times.
That's a vote. Killing the cat back here. You can't even tell what a vote
Could
is.
be.
Bruce really does have it every time, huh?
Wait, you got an open ender?
He always has it. There's like he never not has it.
Oh, my
Let me
goodness.
peel off one more.
Yeah, I want to see someone start like applying some pressure pre-flop to eliminate all the family
Is
pots.
that what you're doing? You're gonna if you were in there, you
If I was in there, I would try to get it heads up.
change the action, dictate what the table's doing. Right now, nobody's really. Usually, there's somebody at the table who's dictating the
Right.
action. I know when Zone Out plays, he's driving the bus. Like everybody else is along for the ride.
Right.
I like that style of play where you're dictating and everybody else is on the defensive. I've seen some guys do it here. Jordan and some other guys just come in and raise in all these hands, and it just if you don't know how to adjust or they get tilty and they make mistakes and the whole thing goes down to 2. That's entertaining.
Yeah, you wanna be in control of the hand. When you're just trying to like make hands, you're really just trying to make a better hand than someone else.
Right.
So that's just like trying to get lucky.
That's what we're doing right now, right? We're not really making plays.
Right now, yeah, these guys are.
We're trying to make the best hands.
They're building some pots.
Raise
There we
to
go.
90.
There we got a raise and a 3-bet. Kings versus aces. So like a hand like this, it should go heads up, unless someone picks up a really nice double suited rundown.
Get out of there, Mark.
Oh, Mark's in there. What do you got, Mark?
Oh my lord!
Mark is playing. He can't even play today.
He came to play.
He's trying to
right.
suck out. He's probably putting them both on aces, and just trying to hit something
Okay,
like
so-
this, something like this. Queens and 6s with a flush draw.
Yeah, that's the god flop for him. And he's still a dog. Oh, because the other flush draw.
No, he shouldn't be a he shouldn't be a dog. He doesn't. Mark
Oh
does,
no, he doesn't
yeah,
have a flush draw.
I think
oh, he
those
flopped a
percent-
set.
yeah, those-
No,
So,
Sweden flopped a set.
oh, he flopped a set of deuces. I
yeah,
did not see
that's where it
that.
says
Wow.
gonna get. That's where they always get us.
2 pair.
Wow, the danglers.
The
There you go.
pair,
the
dangler
danglers.
pair.
Mark needs a club, queen or 6. Does not get there. That's a cooler.
That's some nice cards there, buddy. And I know you didn't expect that deuce to flop, eh?
Nope, not that one.
No.
So
That's-
Mark,
You see?
so Mark's getting in with that hand.
The ace is
Definitely on the
Is it-
looser side.
Is there a consideration? The guy on his right, what's his name?
Jeremy?
Jeremy's not. You could tell probably in the first 20 minutes that you're not getting paid off on anything by him. Sweden, maybe. Do you think that weighed into it? That he's trying to play position, maybe get paid off?
Yeah, I think so. He's playing his button.
Do you consider that implied odds also?
Yes, that hand is probably not a part of the range that you want to throw in there, though.
Right.
This is not. I mean, I think if you had like Queen Jack 6-5 double suited, maybe, or if you're deeper, like you don't want to, because you're pretty much he's just pretty much gambling there.
Right.
And also, Carlos could have opened up the action. Like he could have 4-bet. Like if Carlos had aces or like some other hand, he can 4-bet also.
Right. And then
then
now
you're,
what?
so you're stuck in there. If there's a lot of money in there, you're gonna end up calling
Right.
anyways.
I didn't even think about that part.
So that is definitely he was definitely gambling, which is nice.
Sorry. 10 of clubs gonna be the burn card, guys. It's gonna be 5 to call.
But there's this thing about Omaha though, like just sucking out on aces is really fun.
People like it. People overvalue aces and they like it. Like they would like to do this. Okay, Doc. There, Doc playing
Doc is in
at the
there.
bottom of his range right now.
That's definitely the bottom.
Ace,
Doesn't even
king,
have a
10,
suit.
10.
Yeah, that's. I can't believe he's playing that.
Raise 30.
Jeremy's raising with the 9-7-6-4.
Do you ever get into all that stuff where, okay, you got a multi-way pot where there's 7 players coming in and you're the 8th player, and like everybody's coming in that you're like maybe for a raise, and then you're trying to put everybody on high cards and you're coming in with the opposite? Does that even come into your head ever or no? Like,
not too much.
Right.
I mean, I think it only, I don't know if it really matters. If it's 7 players, it probably doesn't matter because,
but like
they have
if
low
Bruce
cards
is
too.
in there and Jeremy's in there and you're the last to act and you got the bottom range for a raise, maybe you're more likely to come in because they're playing the top.
Yeah,
likely,
I think
right?
like a hand like 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
3, 4, 5, 6 is like a hand that plays really well against like your aces and kings and your high cards,
Right.
and it goes okay against
And
like
here's-
the medium cards.
And
'cause
here's what we're
it's so
talking about.
low.
Here's Jeremy. Jeremy making sure his range is wide enough so they can't put him on hands.
Right.
And now Jeremy,
He just turns it straight.
he turns it straight, and now he's probably going to get paid off here.
It looks like it's Alan of cards. Alan has
Yeah.
open-ended and a pair. He doesn't want to lay it down, but he will. Just not strong enough.
Yeah.
Looks like Doug's got the nut flush draw and a
Yeah.
gut shot.
So we've got heads up.
He misses.
Check.
Board pairs. I expect Jeremy just to check back here. There's nothing he can really get paid from.
Yeah.
Not checking back to give up. Just
No,
there's
you've
no
got
point
nothing to gain.
Yeah.
Or you put yourself in a spot where a guy could run a bluff on you, and now you're. But I mean, maybe they don't.
125 is the bet.
He's
They're only
going
going to
for
call
it.
you with the better hand.
He's going
He
for it.
is.
He just doesn't expect Doug to be checking both.
But what's the upside to that play?
Just get called by a 9. Hopefully
Okay.
he has like a random 9 in his
Yeah.
hand.
Okay.
Like that hand, like maybe ace 10, 9 with heart or something like that.
Okay. See, that's probably
Oh,
different.
Jeremy had a 9 in his hand. I didn't even see that. So like that's the other half of the reason why he bet.
Right.
Because he has a straight and he has a 9. So now it's just harder for Doug to have any boats.
Right.
Without the 9, I don't think he bets there.
And that's the next level stuff that just I don't have in my toolbox yet, but
Yeah, I mean you get 4 cards in this game, so you want to like use whatever
the
information
information
you have. So it's like
So there's 52
Right.
cards in the deck.
a lot of times you're just gonna look at the 2 cards that you're using.
Right.
But the other 2 cards, your side cards, sure you might not use them, but it also blocks what they have. So then you can just use that information and go from there.
Yeah, you got 1/13 of the deck in your hand.
Right.
So that's some information when you can use it, right? Yeah.
Raise to
Hence
25.
the blockers and all that other stuff.
We got some nice rundown type hands as they're called in there. Rose is in there with a double suit in hand. Carlos is always calling. He's got 2 pairs
that's
though.
such a stretch.
Oh, we
that
got 5
hand.
players.
I don't know any scenario where I play that hand, right?
6s and 3s. No, you can. That hand's okay. You have 2
Yeah?
pairs. Yeah, you have 2 pairs. You can hit a set.
125 is the bet.
It's when it comes to the low pairs, you shouldn't play them. But when you have 2 of them and you have a suit,
16% chance to
Yeah.
flop a set.
it's just not the best scenario because there are so many other pairs in there,
Right.
and you can get like overset.
Oh gosh.
Looks like Rose bets 125 which was the pot with top pair and a flush draw.
Bruce just called with top 2.
Bruce just calls with top 2. I like that. Sweden, what does he have? Open-ended in the middle.
Help. Ming, I need some help.
Gotcha.
Okay, babe.
3 players.
Yeah, I don't like playing open-ended there when you're drawing to ones that aren't the clubs. Like, you got to draw to the cards that aren't the clubs.
Yeah, you want
rainbow. Yeah,
you want to have a wrap.
Yeah.
First of all, you want it to be rainbow. But if he's in there at this point, I don't mind the call there for just with a bet and a call, and he's in position,
and he gets there.
and you know you're gonna get there. It's easier.
She's already.
Rose is just going all in here because she doesn't have that much. She has a shorter stack. She has 2 pair and a flush draw.
Twice.
I don't mind
2
that
times.
play.
I don't know what I need.
There's the flush.
I'll take the flush if you don't want it.
Chop, chop.
Double flush.
I got one of them. I got one of them. Got one of them.
Slow roll.
Clubs, queen, jack.
Got a straight.
I'll take the flush.
All right, flush. Top.
And you're gonna see that a lot in Omaha, especially on these like heavy drawing boards. The draws just get there so often, and it's always like strong hands. Flush versus straight, sets versus flushes.
Tell him, Jeremy. He called. I'm like, I'll put you on the flush.
I top 2.
At least he's a gentleman. He said right away, like, yeah, I know.
It's you?
She's the button.
Yeah.
Straddle.
Straddle on the button.
And straddle, meaning
25.
spread
Sweden,
line.
66% to the showdown. Wow. Look at Alan and Doug.
Yeah, Alan has. I don't think he's won any hands.
Huh? He hasn't went to the showdown.
On the rail.
It's white.
25 to call.
Why it won't clink over
Guess
his
what,
head.
Rose? They hurt.
We got a Rose straddle.
25 is the bet.
At least it's in friendly bot, so you know what I mean. We can always legs in.
This is one of those dangler hands. Jack 10, 9 with the 5. I think for $5 he might have jumped in there, but like once the straddle kicks up, like you want to tighten up your range a little bit.
Drink it fast.
All right, we got 3 players.
They're fine China.
Mark flops bottom 2 and a gut shot. I expect him to lead the way he's been playing
50 is
on
the
that
bet.
No,
low
he's just going
board.
over the top. Right now, he's just went over the top.
Heads up.
Doug just has a gut shot, a pair, and backdoor flush draw.
It's
Misses.
saying, go down until you see the crack.
75 into 200. Nice bet there by Mark.
You're having fun over there. Are you?
See, if I was Doug here, I would win this hand.
Sorry?
You're having
When
fun.
when that 10 comes,
Okay.
8-9 makes it straight. Doug has 2 8s in his hand. Mark is betting just a third of the pot. Like, I'm not gonna just let him get away with that. Like, he doesn't have the odds to really draw anymore because it's the turn. There's only 1 card to come.
Yeah.
Because all he has is he has a gut shot, he has a pair, but he doesn't really know what he's drawing to.
Right.
But I would take that as he's betting. Mark is betting a
we got
third of the
$20
pot
straddle on the
because
button.
he's not that comfortable, and I have the right cards to like
And
steal
again,
this pot
the
here.
blockers with the
Yeah.
2 8s, so now
It's
you're
just hard. Like, is he really gonna bet with 8-9?
right.
And he doesn't have. It's harder for him to have 8-9 when I have 2 8s in my hand.
Got it.
Aces I do.
The deuces, huh?
I mean,
That's
there's
the
a
second time he's hit
20 to
deuces,
call,
too.
Bruce.
He doesn't really like more.
Yeah.
I knew when I was up again.
I think I did.
I mean, like, spread it for a while, not like back and
You
forth.
know, do like a woman, spread them for a while.
What is it, 20, 30?
20 is the bet.
Twinkie?
Thank you.
Twinkie
First
for
one
the
make me fall in love a little bit.
You ain't gonna be the first one.
Won't be the last one.
Gonna get hurt, though.
$20. Option.
I'd let her hurt.
Check. So we got 3 players.
You'd have so much fun, though.
I'd deal with it.
Trust me.
Another limp pot. Looks like Mark flops middle set.
With all the problems.
Let's do 35. That's
35 is the bet. Folks.
Carlos is gonna continue here with top pair, backdoor straight, backdoor flush
up.
draw.
This one?
That's a bad card for Carlos. I imagine he's gonna continue, especially for that sizing.
Oh, man.
You don't believe me?
I believe you, but
He's
I believe you, but I'm gonna
gambling tonight.
try to hit something. Mark is still betting, even though the backdoor flush got there, backdoor straight got there,
Top set. Sorry, second set.
and Carlos
Tennis.
pays off with the queens and threes.
2 pairs, tough to win with.
Yeah.
Tens with a 7.
It's one of those field plays there, I think. I mean, Carlos just snap called him, but if I was in the hand, I would possibly put Mark on like a missed straight draw and can call there. Player dependent,
Jeremy Big Bomb.
but he bets so small
You
that
got like 7%.
you kind of have to
like
call
7%
sometimes.
more equity if you whine.
If you whine,
Goes right up.
Once the card gets reading, that's it. You're good. They always make it.
Going home like this?
I don't know what you just need a spread.
I don't
or
love the
give 'em
gone
a
like
spread.
casinos. I'm sorry. That little bitch sitting there spinning their wheel and looking at you. I don't know.
That's all they
I'm
get.
good.
Start the game, bitch, for 10 minutes.
Let me tell
Five.
you. I
You
don't
gotta say it out loud.
Jack 10, 5 deuce. Even Mark can't play that today.
drink or two or a keyboard.
Nobody with your hands, you see all that shit. Nobody wants anything.
Not yet.
I want a piece.
I watched that one dude, a couple of his videos. Steve does all
Five.
whatever where he's playing online
I love
blackjack.
We know you're not playing
And
it,
he
Bruce.
goes,
I just love watching that stuff.
dude, he's so
All right.
buddy. This is
I got
four
4
cards.
players.
You know how to play.
I tried to sit there, bro. She boxed me
3,
out.
3 deuce. Looks like everyone missed.
Waiting for me.
Bro, check it out.
I expect everyone to check, and we're gonna see a turn.
Check around.
How are you?
Doing all right, doing all right.
Yep, check to the river, most likely.
Check, bro. Check.
Well, here we go. Carlos with the position.
20 is the bet.
There you go, Carlos. Doug sticking around with a pair of tens.
Wow.
Yeah, pot's just so small that he's just trying to suck out.
I don't have any of that.
Oh, yes. Take it away. Take it away.
Tens and true.
Man. You got it.
It's tough to even call that. Like,
Yeah, just 20 bucks.
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of guys, when you have like, they're not treating it as like the size of the pot. They're treating it as like it's just 20 bucks, and I have 1,200 in front of me. Maybe I hit a 10. Like that's just
And then
that's gonna be the mentality of like some players.
Just 20, okay.
But it really was just 20. It was. I think there was like 80 in there, so it wasn't.
Just 10 more push-ups. 10 more.
Wasn't too out of the line.
I saw a good play. I don't know if you saw the stream on Thursday. Lady Kim, she had pocket queens. Flop comes queen, queen, deuce. Heads up. She plays it perfect. She checks. The opponent checks. The opponent's playing like 3-4.
Oh really? It's 4 high.
Turn card, check, check. River gives the guy the straight,
Oh,
and she
wow.
busts him. She played it like textbook. It was pretty awesome.
Whatever you want, whatever you want.
Slow played it, kept her in.
And he hit the 2 worst cards in the deck
Yeah,
for himself.
that's-
It was brutal.
All right, call 25.
She was just trying to fold probably, but no one bet.
I haven't seen cards worthy of doing
Worthy of doing anything with?
since the parent
All right, Mark. Jack, Jack. Mark
Raise
loves.
it up, guys. Make it
He
125.
can't do it. Don't do it.
Fucking bully.
He's gonna do it.
He's got the jacks.
Don't do it.
He's going in. He's going in there.
Yeah, you just gotta fuck it up. Got a shirt open, shirt like he's in South Beach.
I just want to see the flop.
Rose is not folding.
Wow.
Rose wants to see the
That's
flop.
a tough hand.
Rose has a bad hand, especially in this spot. Swing's got better diamonds. Everyone's got diamonds though, so I don't expect it to come.
You got the following.
You see the roll? You see the rolling? I went my Apple Watch. I didn't think we were
Oh, we got 3
fancy
players.
out here like that.
Oh,
Rose, she did it.
she did it. She gets there.
Let's see how she plays this one. Is she gonna slow play or is she
Right.
gonna
So
check
here
to
we
the
are
raiser?
again. Okay. So what are you trying to make? And we'll see how far she goes with this thing. Because why play it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's $405 in the pot. Your SPR, your stack to pot ratio is
Oh,
pretty
I
low.
can't SPR. You're
Yeah,
all these
so
things.
now, because like pretty much that's just saying like how much chips you have left. So the pot's already 400, and you just have 600 bucks.
Yeah.
There's not much you can. There's no point of giving the players a free card. So you want to like protect your hand, especially in Omaha.
Oh, now you're making my head hurt with that. This SPR, stack to pot ratio. Wow.
It's just a fancy way of saying how many chips you have left.
I got it.
You know Maurice Hawkins?
Yeah.
Oh, this is always good when we talk about Maurice Hawkins.
All right, 2 times.
2 times.
I have the
Kings
top
and
two.
nines.
Uh-oh, don't pair the
That
board.
was me. I got top two.
All right, she's safe once.
Top two good? I got top two.
Top 2 definitely good on that
That's
board.
why you run it once, because now the board's likely to pair here.
He won that one.
No?
Top 2 is still
Broadway.
Oh my God, the ace 10. I didn't see that.
All right, you got ace 10 for
Oh,
straight
look
on
at
the
Ro-
bottom.
Oh, dude.
Well, you can't now. You can't be upset. You're king 9 8 3 chopped with ace 10 10. Don't be upset now. I don't think you're allowed to be upset there.
Yeah, it's just a funny way to lose that second board.
It is.
Running queen jack on the river to the ace 10.
Sweden, Bruce's name is already taken. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Rose and Sweeting, they're going at it. 2 chop pots and 3-4 hands.
You're friends with Maurice Hawkins?
Yeah, I know.
I like how you said that.
I know. Are you friends with
Ask
He don't know what he means. It could be bad.
No, I was telling him about the basketball game with him and Greg and everything. He was a part. He was part of that first setup that was supposed to go down that never went down.
$25 straddle, guys.
I played in high school, but like, nowadays I'm just fat enough shit.
You got to spread them out on here. That's yeah. If you stack them, the reader doesn't read the top couple of cards.
I like all them chopping you giving me.
You have any holes on the same hole?
Yes.
All right,
I got
Mark.
a 25 to call on the button.
I know you got $5 in there.
Looks like Sweden's pushing the action. He's trailing from the cutoff this time.
You ever played the lottery, sir? You should consider it.
I told my wife she hit the lottery.
Yeah, right?
She didn't go over too well.
I be vibrating.
Yeah, that's what part of the book. I'm not even asking for like even a quarter cut. It's like a 10%er.
I do some
Got
vibration.
bloodline some way, you know, Jew on Jew, you know.
25. Option.
Gotta keep it in the family. That's it.
No problem.
I don't know if I'm playing any of those hands here. Like, truly.
Actually going to be on Allen.
Yeah, I would say,
Check, roll, boom.
yeah,
Check.
those are not the best starting hands.
100 is the bet.
The other day we had five.
But makes for a good game.
Sweden flopped bottom 2 and a flush draw, and in
Yeah.
position, so that's a good bet by him there.
And then Anglo-Saxon. I just want to, yeah.
Carlos is the only one left, and he
Wow.
oh no, Rose calls with
Rose trying to make an 8?
All right, here's the
I need a
Rose
card.
trying to
It
hit an
needs
8.
black.
All right, now
Sweden
what,
gets the
Rose?
boat, and it's over.
How you say check?
This just be a.
Check looks so
I don't know if he's gonna slow play. If he bets, it's over.
Uh-oh. Don't get a 6, Rose. Don't get a
He
6 here.
does go for the trap.
Let's check.
Rose just gives up here.
Yeah, go
330.
You
ahead.
love that boy.
Sometimes you just gotta give up.
No flush for me. A little flush?
Yeah, the ball.
Flush, she says.
I do.
Full
No,
house.
Rose.
You like that flush?
I know when I play this game, if there's the board's paired, I think full house every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
All right, we got an
There's a
under the gun straddle for 25.
Under the gun straddle. Who's the new player?
I didn't see his name yet. He's a familiar face. I forget his name.
I'm expecting Jerry.
Yeah, he told me. He told me.
Yeah.
We'll take my spot. I'll be there late. No, I got you, big dog.
Yeah, then Josh is going to show up real quick.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah, he's been downstairs playing.
I bet you he's playing
25 to call.
For 2 hours.
He's playing ultimate. I have no doubt he's playing ultimate.
He walked by the table the other day. I have to
25.
leave. I got to go help my girl sign a lease for a car.
Oh, that was good.
And then he goes up, he picks up in the corner and plays
How many of these players do you think read one piece of material on this game?
My party
Probably 0. I think they're just
No,
playing by feel.
Jay, you're right there,
Raise it up
Jeremy.
to
Probably.
Yeah, he's. I thought you meant like watch the stream.
No, like reading material, like actually reading books on the game or something on the game or study. Students of the game. You're a student of the game.
Yeah, Jeremy should be like. I know he watches like some YouTube videos here and there. Just like he's definitely he definitely knows poker. I've seen like Mark watch like live streams before.
Okay.
And he plays a bunch.
There's really no.
But there's definitely a lot of gambling here.
There's no substitute for actually playing hands.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I sit down at a stud high-low game, when Poker Stars was still good and it was going nuts, I never played no limit hold'em. I played like 4 tables of stud high-low.
Oh, wow.
I probably saw more hands of stud high-low than anybody in the world, so I'm comfortable with it because I have a great feel for it and I played so much. So there really is no substitute. And
You
that's
gotta
where,
get out there.
Yeah, that's where online is really a great tool where available.
Yeah, I feel like it's slowly making a comeback.
It's about time we just get it. I mean, just go ahead. We're going to get sports betting here before the end of the year, I'm sure. So just go ahead and give us poker.
Is that so? Like end of year in Florida?
Yep. Looks to be just finalizing things and wrapping it up, but hopefully by October 15th.
So.
Yeah, they're gambling up. Straddle it up.
$25.
You're not a straddler, are you?
In this game, I would straddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's value there.
Yeah, you just want just.
And it's Omaha.
I mean, you just want the game to be bigger. That's the whole point of straddling, really.
Okay.
It makes it easier to play too. Sometimes you flop something, go with it.
So you would say that in a game where you feel you have an advantage over most players, that you would try to straddle and make the game play bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't do this. Like that. This is just like too much. I wouldn't like straddle, re-straddle.
Right.
It's like what's the, then it just gets a little out of line, and it just becomes a flip.
Yep.
Doug's got 6, 7, 8 jack. He lets it go.
I just need to jump in there just because.
Oh wait, no, Doug's in there. Alan folded his hand. Luke folds.
I don't know what I said. In the whole world.
See, like the way this game is being played, there's a lot of limping. Like the straddles don't like. It's supposed to make people play less hands, but they're actually just playing more hands anyway. So it's not. So all it's really doing is just. It's making the pots bigger.
Oh, no, you didn't put the deuce in there.
Yes, I got lucky on him.
No, you didn't put the deuce.
Looks like Jeremy flop 3 deuces.
Okay. Let me see the deuce play.
355.
355.
200 is the bet.
And he bets his 3 ducks.
All right, let's see if he has.
Wow. I was gonna say. He got me there. He got me there. I was like, there's no way. No, he's not gonna push with that hand. No duck for Bruce, so he's out.
All right, guys.
Do a video before the.
So Doug called with just the flush draw. He gets there with a jack high flush draw. That's usually not a good call.
The suspense.
Like even if you hit like in this spot, you're never gonna get value.
All right. And there you go. Now you made your flush and you win the minimum.
Right.
So
and if
draw to the hands that you could get paid, right?
Yeah, like he's just drawing just
to a random flush nonetheless, not even the best flush.
Out of position also, like that's just a hand that you. There's like 8 players in there. Like he got, I would say that he got lucky this time, that no one else had a bigger flush draw. But when there's like 7, 8 players in there, you can't expect the 4th nut flush draw to be live in Omaha.
Right.
Especially on a paired board.
He told me he does 3 things well. I only heard 2.
But sometimes you win.
That's how it works. Yeah.
What's your 25?
Scuba Vet, you saw more hands.
She's
than
calling me
anyone
out.
in the
So I
world.
said something about.
And high low.
I said something about. That's the wife. I said something about seeing more hands in stud high low.
Bold.
And she said it's bold, but
it might be true.
It might be true because it's so long ago. That like Poker Stars is 15 years ago or more, and you can't get the game anywhere really now. So unless you played back then,
right,
you're behind the curve. I'll throw that challenge. Anybody wants to play me? I'll throw it again.
How could I not? Actually, not so bad. Like a million. Like actually a million. No.
Bomb pot here?
Another bomb pot.
What?
No burn, right?
8 players in there.
At that time,
This is the only time Doc can play bad cards.
Tell me, Doc. The bottom, I'll take.
I would take the queen
I was
7
legit
of
getting
diamonds.
I'll take
walking
queen.
away from the table
Queen
bracket
7 of diamonds.
and got double suited aces. It was a huge straddle. It was
Queen.
so stupid.
It's on you then, Rose.
And he has me
225.
Well, pot from Rose
Wow.
is leading out first position.
Oh, strong move with 2 boards and
Yeah.
8 players behind her, 9 players behind her.
There's a flush on the bottom one, so you would think she has a flush.
This is
maybe.
where the production team could really do us well and show the overhead cam here, but they can't hear us because we're 15 minutes behind. But learning opportunity for learning here. Doc can't even play. You got 2 free. You got to see 10 cards and
I
still
think
can't
it's
play.
7-6 queen on the other board with 2 spades, and the bottom board is ace king jack with all diamonds.
You can see it.
I saw it when the dealer moved
Okay.
earlier.
All in, baby.
Bomb pots are interesting because you really don't know what people are thinking. So much stuff out there.
I see the voice of Pbkc stalking in the chat. That's Mike.
Always a bully at the table.
He has a day off today because I'm joined here by Zen.
I'm worried about
Getting a lot more poker knowledge. The role reversal where instead of me teaching Mike how to play cards, Zen's teaching me.
I have the blockers.
Oh.
Sweden made a raise here. It looks like it's going to be Rose and Sweden again. These two are going at it today.
Yeah.
Twice, right?
You could always fold, but you don't feel like you can fold.
In a lot of situations, it should just be a set and a flush. We'll see what they got here.
There it is. There's the diamonds.
I mean, do you have diamonds?
Yes.
We got 2 straight flushes on one
And
board.
I'll have a straight.
Oh, diamonds and a straight.
Just what the good doctor told me I should have.
I don't
Diamonds
think I've ever seen that.
and 9.
Oh.
Damn.
She does. Straight on top.
Oh, a
top
nut
on the
straight.
bottom.
Oh, I had a queen 7.
Oh, that's a scooper.
No choppy here.
No chop this time.
Oh, yeah.
Sweden's just got the pair.
There it is. The game's fun again now. Look. See, Rose wins. The game's fun. You know what's winning? Fun.
She's celebrating.
You know what's fun? Winning. Losing is not fun. Winning is fun. There we go.
That's not, it really does make it hard.
Although the best players for the game are the players who have fun while they're losing. Those are fun too.
The good
Those are
doctor
good.
told me 9, 10, and a heart. That's what I think. I did it.
These bomb pots can get big fast. That's why they love them.
Yeah, the gross part was I ran that up from 1,000.
I think I did better on that one. Thank you so much.
So we get you in here next week on the other side of the table?
Next
Oh,
week,
you
I'm
got,
actually-
you got plans. Maybe the week after, we'll put you on the other side, and then
Yeah, maybe.
we'll get to see how the Beast does it.
I'll definitely bring some action as well. What's next week? Yeah, next week I'm actually going to be playing the day 2 of the WSOP online main. I'll be going to the Bahamas for that. But yeah, maybe the week after. Come check you.
Bring the millions over here and play a little.
Now I got.
Raise it up every hand. If you win the whole
Now
thing.
I got everybody scouted.
Yeah, if you win the whole thing, I want you to come over here and raise every single hand. Every hand.
I'll do that for a week or 2.
Oh.
I'll do that for 6 hours a day for a whole week.
There you go. 4 plays.
I've actually done that once. I was playing a few times actually, just at like the Flamingo or like
Okay.
the Venetian, playing like a 1-2 PLO
Yeah.
or a 2-5 PLO.
Yeah.
Just drinking, having a good time, and played every single hand
That's what,
for like 3 hours. And one time I actually made about 7,000. The other 2 times, you know, didn't work out so
Yeah.
well, but it's fun. Like people just don't know what you have.
Jordan did that. Sotnover, his handle was on here. He came in and played this game, played every hand. Every single hand.
Really?
And it's like, what does he have this time? What could he possibly have?
That's
it was,
awesome.
It was,
Did he win that stream?
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he won. It's on the file somewhere. You can dig it up. But yeah, he won. This game he could do it. Hold'em probably not so much.
I think I've tried it before in Hold'em. It's hard. Yeah, it's really hard in Hold'em. PLO, I mean, like any hand, you're no worse than like 30-something% against any other hand.
With some old dude that was yeah, I got a good hand and he was bluffing at it with 3 jacks. I ended up scooping the old man and he just opened buck for like below 300. And I was like, you know what? He's too good of a player.
Rattle on,
And when he's
25
drunk
under
and
the gun.
tilted,
How are you good? How good are you at recalling hands? Are you pretty good?
and Newman. So I mean, we were basically playing.
I really don't remember hands much
Really?
anymore. Yeah, like I mean, I can if we're talking about a hand, I can go on and on about like things.
Okay.
But once the hand is over, I'm pretty much done with it. Yeah. I can remember.
Except critical hands, I guess. When you exit from a tournament, and you'll review the critical hand, and you'll put it away before you even get home.
Yeah,
right? It's done.
yeah. I'm like like people ask me all the time if there are any memorable hands from my run.
Yeah.
And it takes me like a second to make one up. Like I can't. There aren't really.
Well,
that
simple. They say you have to win with aces and beat aces. Did that happen? Did you get it in really bad and draw out at all? Or was it just smooth sailing?
Yeah, I've had one hand where I shoved with like ace-5.
Are you making this up?
No, it happened. Ace-5 with about like I think 40-something people left.
Okay.
And this guy woke up with 10s in the big blind, and I flopped aces and 5s. So that was like the one all-in where I was behind.
Okay.
And besides, that was like one. I think that was my only all-in for like 6 days or something. Like
really?
That. Like me being the one that was at risk.
How nice is that?
Yeah, I was cruising during that run where I was pretty much the big stack for a very.
Is that the, okay? So as you go into this year, hopefully if they get it to run, do you think to yourself that you used up all your good running, or that now you got to start all over and try to run like that again, because we know what it entails.
Right. You have to be lucky. You have to have a good table draw.
Yeah.
You have to make big hands at the right time.
Right.
No, it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but definitely gonna keep trying. It can happen.
I mean, yeah, the field this year, I'm gonna guess based on everything happening. What was the field for your event?
Is it 25?
I think about 6,000, 6,800 maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 3,800 or something.
Wow.
4,000.
That's low.
You think it'll be more than that?
I'm just saying that's like a really low guess. Well, because before they were saying this is going to be the biggest one.
It's hard.
So that's like 9,000.
Right, but it's going to be hard because they're not funneling all that internet money directly in like they did back in the day. And then you throw this on top of it. Now, don't get me wrong. The poker room downstairs is as busy as it's ever been right now. I mean, we are jammed. We're
Poker's
busy.
booming.
But it's more of a local thing. It doesn't seem like the locals are staying and playing, and it might be less travel. So that's my concern, is the less travel.
Yeah.
I just whatever I feel like doing, basically.
I mean, there are some voices out there that are talking about not wanting to vaccinate just to play a poker tournament, but for the most part, I think most people are vaccinated.
Right.
Like, so I don't think it's going to be over 50% of the field that was planning on going that's not going. I'm thinking at most maybe like 20%. And then you'll have some people who will get vaccinated to play in the tournament.
All 260.
Your hand just went up in value.
There'll be other series going on during that time too. So poker's definitely poker's definitely really good right now.
Jump on Twitter here, and Alan Kessler says World Series poker bracelets will be the toughest ever to win this year. You'll be competing against the smartest, most logical playing field in history. Less Rex, right? Recreational players, yeah.
Less Rex.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's just like I think that's a dumb statement. Like, I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
Mark
like,
that. You heard it here, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. And that's also implying that he's a good player. Like, I mean, that tweet also says that.
Alan's, I'm guessing Doc and Alan are brothers, like with their ranges and stuff, right? Only playing nuts and only trying to,
Check. Okay, cool. Check. He's all in?
I'm all in.
I mean, there's a lot of good poker players that are like against this new rule. I'm sure there are Recs that are against this new rule. I think it's split evenly. I don't think you can just classify someone just from like how good they are just based on what they think about vaccines or whether they need to be vaccinated for this event.
This guy says poker players will skip World Series poker before getting the vaccine, but hit EDC 3 days in a row.
Oh, I saw that
take
one.
5 different drugs at the same time, no problem.
That was hilarious.
I get it.
That was, personal choice. Poker players don't like being told what to do.
Right.
Yeah, keep it.
That was a funny tweet. I did see that one last night.
You guys went to that one year, right? Were you there?
Yeah, when I was younger, we definitely did some of those.
So we're going
EDC events.
We're going to the Lantern. It's called the Rise Festival. So we go out in the desert. The wife got us tickets. It's at end of September. We go out in the desert and light lanterns, and 30,000 people are lighting lanterns, and they have music and stuff or whatever. So it's kind of cool. So
awesome.
it'll be a sight. It'll be a spectacle for sure. So
Is that a new festival?
no, I guess it's been running a few years. She's been asking me to go for years, so finally we
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that.
And this is, you said in the desert?
Right outside of Vegas, yeah,
Oh,
in
wow.
the desert or whatever. I wanted to go to Burning Man at some point.
Yeah, that's what it
there.
reminded me of. It's not replacing Burning Man,
No,
right?
Burning Man's, they were online last year. I guess they're going to be probably online again this year or whatever they do.
The online festival stuff.
I can't do it.
It's like just play, just find some music on YouTube.
Right, exactly.
Looks like we got a new player.
Who's in?
Josh.
He's giving us some Mardi Gras.
Let me see this, Josh.
Some St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I got two of the same shoes.
Sounds like a rag.
What did you say shoe today?
Uh-oh, here we go.
So 225 total.
This is the first hand that Luke is playing. He is...
180 more. Hold on. 180 more.
Is it a raise? Yeah, it's a raise. It's a straddle 25. He's raising ace, queen, queen, jack with the suit. That's a pretty good hand, especially with all those limps.
See this, Josh. Move your hand, Josh. Can't see your face. I think I know this. I've seen this guy. Yeah, he's played.
Carlos is in there, double suited, ace 9, 8, 4. Josh is in.
I scared everybody in. Nah, it's just 3 of us. They call you sweet.
Oh, Josh plays hands. Josh usually plays hold'em, so he's really going to play hands.
I can tell he's fitting right in. Everyone's playing hands.
Let's play hands.
Alan's got a hand he doesn't want to fold.
I don't know how Doc keeps getting invited back to the game. Like, at some point, you don't play enough hands, but like, you know what?
I know you, you're a cowboy.
The good doctor, right? That's what they call him.
The good doctors take a day off. Yeah, I don't like playing cards with guys who have flip phones, so we're a little more conservative.
Not feeling good about it. Bro, this is for this side of the table, dude.
Yeah, we got some action there. Pot's already $715.
That'll slow down the action.
Yeah, 3 diamonds on the board. No one has diamonds. There you go, Carlos. I like
He'll
that.
bet and just win it. Yep.
Yeah, I like that bet by Carlos there. Everyone checks to you.
If anybody comes back, you just fold. Or right, yeah, probably.
Yeah, this is it's just very easy to make decisions here. You bet. The other players really only have 1 bet left.
Clubs, spades.
You need a look?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Josh is straddling for 50.
Wow.
There we go.
Right out of the gate. It's coming right in.
I didn't see that you had put anything up.
Oh, it's re-straddling.
Oh, there you go.
Can I put
There
it
you
back
go.
up?
Put it back up.
That's good. That's good.
You got a straddle and a re-straddle. Nice, buddy. Appreciate that. 50. Oh, 50. Oh.
Jeremy's in there. Ace, jack, 9, 4, 3 diamonds.
Is it?
Fold, fold, fold.
Straight, my suit.
Fold, fold, fold. Option.
Second nut. That's what No, it's 3-way. No heads up.
Let's see if Josh pumps this up.
Yeah.
Pocket queens. Nope.
Replay.
Pops
You
check.
look disappointed. You
First
didn't raise.
place, second place, third place. Right now.
Whoa, buddy.
And now, fuck.
Now what do you got?
Last place now.
Yeah, now what do you got?
100.
Luke flops a 10 and bets it.
I gotta believe winning is possible.
You haven't won one yet?
I
I
haven't
think
won
Josh
it.
might
Just give me
float.
nice
He can
luck.
float here once sometimes here with pocket queens. But he's going to make the tight lay
I
down.
would normally continue, but for you,
No, I
I can't see
appreciate
nobody
that.
not win no hands.
Yeah, you
That's
got
crazy.
Okay, now
That's it. You don't need to win anymore.
Okay,
clubs.
all right, now
That's
you
it.
done
That's
broke,
the limit.
you done
Broke
broken
the
in.
seals. Yeah,
Broke
that was it.
That was it.
All right, guys, gotta go with fun.
From here on out, it's gonna be rough for you. I'm
That was
proud.
it. That was
I'll have a
it.
10 under there next time.
That was it.
This is PLO.
No, I was debating what happens if I pot. If I get away with it.
I thought you were going to go 500.
I like that. No, I was.
Straddle on
I was either potting or cocktails.
Oh, yeah, they're straddling every hand now.
This table down her.
Like 6 pots. King for the hot shot. I had none of that.
D-Gents in my you haven't seen my D-Gents.
Can I get cocktails down at the TV table?
So what events are you looking to play out there?
25?
This year, obviously the main event,
It's forever on you, Rose.
the 10K PLO 8.
Okay.
Waiting for that one. The 10K PLO. I want to play in some of those like horse events also, like the 1500. I don't think I can jump in like the 25K or the 10K yet. Haven't played enough hands of those, but I definitely want to mix it and play some horse events and high-low events, stud events as well. It's tough to get a lot of hands in because when there's a stud event going on or a horse event going on, there's usually a big no-limit tournament going on also, and there's just so much more money in the no-limit event.
You gotta pay for the shots. You actually pay for your own shot. Bullying, dog.
You can just fold and be a gentleman.
Bullying.
Oh, shit, I could fold.
Oh, boy.
But now that Rose
Look at that, no flop. Oops, no flop, and all the money's going in.
Wow. Rose, straight gamble.
Yeah,
Double suited.
that is 100% gambling right there. For 1,000.
Wow.
The sick thing is, her pair is actually good right now. Josh and Jeremy.
And they're all tied up with each other.
Yeah, Josh and Jeremy have a lot of the same cards.
They need a jack and a yeah.
But there's just so many overs.
No jack comes, she's in good shape.
2 full boards, right? Okay, so I push this up.
Okay.
Keep going.
Jeremy and Josh is the same hand, ace
Oh,
king.
she's drawn to the nut flush.
Kings and fives.
Jack. That's not
Looks like a chop. Ace king, ace king.
No.
Gotcha.
You got 5.
Wait, hold on. We just won.
Oh, super boards. You're right.
Okay, no problem. We'll work it out.
You like that 4, Rose?
We'll work it out.
You pick a 5, Rose?
So much confusion.
Oh, she flops a set.
I missed everything.
Oh,
Jeremy's got
a
diamonds.
flush draw,
Yeah, Jeremy's got diamonds.
And she needs a dodge diamond, and she does.
Boom, baby. Ace
No,
high.
no 5 over there.
Wow.
He's got kings on top and ace high on the bottom. Kings on top.
Oh, I was. Oh, no,
Ace high wins the bottom, baby.
No, ace high does
No.
not.
Oh, she got 3.
Three's a 5.
Looks like Rose made money.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be tough.
That's sick, dude.
So Jeremy and Josh both got quartered.
That's a good win. That's good.
I'll take it.
740. So everybody just put out 740.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
just put out 740.
740.
So the World Series Poker, when they're opening event number 4 is a reunion no limit hold'em, a $500 buy-in with $5 million guaranteed prize pool.
Oh, yeah, that's a shot.
Let me tell you how they're going to be short dealers for that. Like
I've heard about that.
It's a big issue. It's going to be an issue. Yeah, it's going to be. It's a huge
I got more
concern.
than 740.
We're short here now.
4, 5, 6, 7.
How do they get more dealers?
What do you got?
They're going to train them and get them from the pit games and all over the place, and the dealer level of dealer quality of dealer is going to go dramatically down.
Right.
It's going to be tough.
No, Rose is what Matt Rose got. 825.
825.
You
Okay,
got to
so
put
you gave me
825.
1,000.
Because you got to match her stack.
Yeah, there's dealer shortages everywhere right now, right?
There is. Here at Palm Beach Kennel Club, all the other properties, yeah, we could definitely use dealers.
So it does matter. Not really much. Because she's getting 3/4.
Yeah, I had a buddy who
Okay, so
got
I'm
fired,
putting all this money in.
and he
Okay.
pretty much got a job right away.
Oh yeah, you get
Yeah.
it. And, yeah, you get it right away in 2 seconds. Just
And then he was like, I don't want to work here anymore. The very next week, he got a job somewhere
You're
else.
right.
Like,
You're right. All 740 matters. You're
So she
right.
gets, like, we just pull 740 from everyone, and then
Can I pull my
she gets,
extra
yeah,
five
we get
Yeah, you're right.
the
Mike,
quarter
you're right.
pots always causing confusion.
yeah, it's run it twice, multiple flop. I can't. I like it.
If you're gonna gamble, just run it once, you know.
You put 740 in, you get more back.
There's you.
That's all that.
It's always good. 100, 200.
Oh, I am not complaining.
Coming in.
I'm usually as big part.
Who had the, that was a nice hit.
Yeah, I thought it was too, Rose.
But like you said, when Rose is winning,
I got all the chips.
She's having
it's
fun.
more fun, and she did just win about 500 there.
Yeah, your diamond was on top. I was trying to get to the spade, but she didn't
Playing the spade on the top.
All I need was a
Who
jack
does
on
the
that.
He flipped me on the hair.
All right, so Rose is getting 1.
This is how she does it. She invites me to the game, she talks to me sweet, and then she quarters.
And then I'm splitting this one.
Yep.
I guess some of that too?
Rose, get out.
Ooh, I get some of that.
Hey, I'm just
Rose, get
asking.
out of here.
Shoot, hey. Hey, I'm asking.
No, but Rose, that is more
Those
than
mouths
7
will get
quarters.
fed.
Can we get the?
I guess it could
Sure
have been
thing.
worse.
Man, can you ask Cocktail to come down, please?
Yeah, you got like 300, almost 400.
I'm good. Yeah, we can't complain.
I got more than 400, man.
You got more than 4?
I feel like I won. I got a lot
I
of chips.
feel like I didn't win nothing. They talking about they won.
They give you the real results.
Hey, I got a lot of
Thank you
chips.
so much, Rose. Appreciate that.
We went from the third to a half, so we gained a little bit.
Small and big blind, please. Straddle 25.
Not really working out.
Under the
for me, but
gun.
whatever.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just keep doing it.
All right.
Sure. 25. You can reach out. I don't care.
I had a better ace king than your ace king.
I think everybody. How many?
This is gonna kill me, but yeah, I'll take it.
Pull it out. Control?
Just bring the ball.
Just have a buck somewhere, right?
I've
like
been
that.
drinking for what, 2 hours. In Sweden, it's
Oh, if I continue, it's like I
he said
Sweden
Sweden's
is
almost
last
5
night.
bucks straight.
Gold.
Is that a raise? Or not?
Straddle 25.
7 hours?
Raise 100.
There we go.
Josh liking the jacks.
Jack, Jack, 10-4 double.
You don't switch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we do, but we switch at different times.
All right.
Shipping it?
Alan, you gonna play a hand here?
Oh,
Alan's been trying to play hands, but he is definitely playing passive
oh.
and letting others dictate the action.
You try.
Chips in
Yeah,
town.
you raise that alpha.
little Allen dollars.
Then at least you want to stay.
Little Allen dollars.
Yeah,
Chips in town. Uh-oh.
They're
Four
rare.
players.
Allen dollars are rare. See,
Four-handed, look at all these equities. Everyone's like 25%.
Allen Bucks.
How many people won?
There it is.
Someone,
So 1, 2,
someone flopped really good.
3.
Four
Rose with
players,
the
Alan.
ace jack, Jeremy with the ace 9.
Can we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Jeremy's in bad shape here.
Jeremy's in bad
Oh,
shape here. I
apologize.
imagine,
Fucking her with Patron shots.
I think Jeremy's out of position, so I imagine, oh no, Jeremy's on the cutoff, so he's just gonna call one here.
I'm so
He might
sorry,
even
Rose.
fold
I'm
for this
sorry.
size.
My fault.
Like
That's my
when
fault.
Rose pots it here, it's like what is she potting with? You know, is she really just bluffing with random stuff? So that's a good fold by
He's
him
the
right
only guy
there.
at that table besides Doc that
All the
folds.
little guys. We don't have chips.
Doc would have been
I
in here
mean-
in first, but he's the only guy who folds there.
I think, but it's like it's not really, it's not a hard fold if you think about it. Like,
Right.
what does Rose have when she bets $400 full size of the pot on ace 4? She's not betting with pocket
There it is.
kings or queens,
What do you mean fuck?
and she has the nuts.
Ace jack, you were smoked. You dead.
I think if Jeremy didn't have a pair in his hand, he would be calling. When you have a pair,
Right, you're less likely to hit.
right? So now he only has 5 outs, and obviously his ace 9 isn't good.
I'm
if
going to
Rose
say
has
that
a
he wasn't
pair.
considering that. I'm going to
Yeah.
say that. I don't think, no, truly. I mean, there's levels of play, and as I listen to you talk about all these different things, you're adding layers to the game that not everybody has.
Well, I
Truly.
mean, when you're facing a bet, the first thing you got to think about is,
What?
do I have the best hand here,
Right.
or do I not?
Right.
Like, on ace, I mean, in Omaha, when you have an ace in your hand and you flop an ace, like in Hold'em, that's the nuts. Like when
Yeah, you're good.
you're always, that's literally always the nuts. But there's 12 cards out there, and I mean, I don't know the actual math, but if there's 12 cards out there, like an ace being out there isn't like that rare, and then someone just pots. It's like they just have to have an ace, and if your kicker isn't that good, especially if you have a pair in your hand, you just don't have that many outs. So now you're calling to try to draw out, and you need the right odds.
All right, Bruce. All right, Bruce. Do the right thing here.
Five players.
Bruce got the
He's
aces.
smooth
He's,
call.
yep.
We want a 9.
Bruce is just trying to see a flop, play it safe.
Did I do it?
Call and fold, Bruce. Call and fold.
9 jack
Every
3.
time. And I'm not even I don't have any black cards. You know, it's like ridiculous.
I don't even see that.
No, I'm fine.
I don't see nothing.
In a game like this where
Check.
people are really just trying to make hands on these type of boards, when it just comes all clubs, all spades,
Yep.
you just see a lot of checking. People are just giving up, and they're just betting only when they have a flush. They don't bet here when they have like sets or they're not bluffing either.
Just take it.
I did
Hey,
8.
this is worth the steal.
8's good.
Yeah.
The 9,
Great.
10 is good.
This was worth
Thank
the
you very much.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Bomb it.
What? Bomb.
Again?
Bomb it.
Didn't we just have a bomb?
I think every 30 minutes.
Good luck, everybody. Oh, you get crazy already.
Single flop. Oh, single flop.
Single flop bomb
We
pot.
could do the single board and then run 2 turns, 2 rivers. We could do
We could do
if
double
you want to run
flop.
it twice.
Oh, no. Let's do the double. We don't have to. We can't.
No,
don't have
two
enough
players.
We don't have enough cards.
Oh,
So we can run this, the last
That's why I said
2
we could run a
twice.
flop and then 2 turns, 2 rivers.
Yeah,
What if you only run it once, Dougie?
That's it.
What?
What if you only run it once?
Then
You're
only
in
run
trouble.
one.
Oh, okay.
Then
I ain't
you're
scared.
out of the other hand.
I ain't
guess what?
scared, motherfucker.
You can only win the top.
Yeah, you can only.
Well, obviously.
I was in a hand with who was it? Josh, James,
Timmy?
no.
So if you haven't already,
Just run it through.
hit that exclamation enter
And
to
I only did it
enter
once, and
for a
who
chance
would've
to
won the
win
second
a
board?
ticket. The big dog in October.
Who else runs it once? Actually, last Sunday, a lot of people only ran it once, right? Like half the
I'm a fan of running it once.
Sunday? I mean Saturday?
Oh, James. James is a convert.
Y'all play Sunday?
He switches up.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I
now
went down
he
south.
switched over to once.
All right, guys, 10 players.
Oh, look
I
at
forgot to be.
Uh-oh, what do
Now,
I need?
Yahtzee.
Good doctor, what do I need?
Gosh.
9, 10
Please
of
give me
hearts.
pocket aces.
9, 10 of hearts.
Same hand you had before. Aces.
Same hand.
Same
9,
hand
10
she's
of
won
hearts.
with twice already. So.
9, oh no, hold on, 9, 10 of hearts.
Looks like where my cards last time.
But I will fuck with it.
Block.
Check.
250.
Oh, yeah,
250
God.
is the bet.
Good doctor, if you only knew how close I came to this shit.
Sweet. I'm gonna call Border Patrol on your ass. Get you guys kicked out of here.
Chill out.
What do you think? No?
Ay, ay, ay.
Waiting on
Had
me.
a great starting hand, too.
Don't wait on me.
Probably
Oh,
only
somebody.
Oh.
So you're doing like, you're just doing one board, or you're doing the 2 turns, 2 turns?
What do we got here? 250 bucks? Pre-flop?
Bomb. Yeah.
No, it's still 2 turns, 2 rivers.
Yeah, it's a bomb
It's still
pot,
2
so
turns,
it's
2 rivers.
it's not. You don't have to be all in to get the 2 turns.
It's not good.
One flop.
Just not there.
I did not know that.
Well, you gotta learn, buddy.
All right, heads up, guys.
Sounds like some
There's one turn.
2 turns, 2 rivers.
See, if you're really smart,
I'm confused. Where's
Josh would walk away from the
No
table
cards.
and double board
Not
bomb
this
it.
time. I don't know what happened.
what? This is a bomb pot with 2 turns in the river? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
they change it. They
Oh, it's because it's 10-handed probably. They can't do the whole 2 full
There you go,
boards.
yep.
That's what it is.
look at that bet.
750 is the
Yeah,
largest.
this is crazy. I've never seen this before, actually.
All in.
Wow.
Oh, so you both turns.
Wow.
Right, twice, right?
This is a fun bomb
Oh
pot.
man, I would
10-handed.
actually I can't.
Oh, all right.
I got the top.
All right, let's see you guys.
Got the top. Sounds like quads.
Quad board.
Quadzilla.
Chop suey.
Chop it up. See, now you make quads in your chop. See what happens?
I'm gonna hit my
Now you
I
make
didn't really like
now you make quads and you don't win
I
anything.
didn't really like it.
I can't deal with
it.
I'm getting lucky. Let's just be in stream. If I start folding sets, it's gonna kill my image.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
I
it.
ain't gonna talk about. Look, you're folding sets.
They're gonna talk about
I
it.
can't do that.
We're not talking about it. Don't worry. We talk about Doc.
Doc is holding his own. He started 500. He's got about 450.
I live my life differently, Zen. My life is different.
Took him 15 minutes to.
Oh, okay. I like Doc. He's a great guy. He would have 0 shot in the main event. Like,
He'll make it through like the first 2 days. It's
Yeah.
gonna be. It would be tough for him on day 3.
to build a,
Yeah.
he's not building a monster stack.
Like you can definitely play tight in the main event to
Yeah.
like get to the cash. You can and to make a deep run if you just get cooler some people, but it's definitely tough.
That's not what
If
you're
you're
doing,
not-
right? You're trying to win the whole thing.
No, if I'm out there trying to like build a stack early.
Yeah.
Like there are times where you need to like be a good nit,
Yeah.
But for the most part, you wanna get chips.
What was that one? What was that one double board?
25 to call, guys.
You went for a walk for 15 minutes and we still figuring it out.
So they're doing shots.
Yeah, that usually kicks it up a little bit.
But
Look
it's
at
all,
that.
but the only guys doing the shots are the guys who are already putting the money in. It seems like
Right.
like Doc's
Oh
not
yeah,
doing
Doc's
the
not
shot.
doing shots and Doc's not putting money in.
Are Alan and Doug doing shots? Because I would say they're the other two tighter players. It looks like I think Doug is doing one. Doug's on the tighter side, but he's playing some hands. He's winning.
Oh, that would be our commentator.
Oh, they're looking for the guy with the crown. Okay.
The crown guy's right here.
Yeah, I'll take a little stall. I'll take a little stall.
Here, wait a minute. Hold it. Time out.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that.
Oh.
How much
that might work.
Get no
That might work.
Rose, 25.
Oh, they got the salt and everything.
Hold by.
Option, bro.
I did. Bruce, you gonna water?
155.
Stick to the water?
155.
You don't drink during the main event, do you?
Yeah, I'll take
No, not that one.
1500, though, yeah.
No, tomorrow.
I don't think I've ever. You know what? I've drank only. I think I've drank 2 times in a tournament. Once was a random, like one of those tournaments at like down here is like a high-low tournament,
Okay.
$250.
Yeah.
A limit high-low. I actually ended up getting third in that
Okay.
somehow. And then the other time was a 10K
3 players.
high-low tournament at the World Series, the main event, the limit 10K high-low. I don't know what I remember losing a bunch in the 75-150 game, and I was like, yeah, I'll just jump in this tournament. And I don't know what happened. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have a drink, and then I had like 3 drinks, and I busted early. I was like, you know, I'm gonna have a drink to make it seem like
Right.
some crazy player or something. And then I was playing a little
You know that's all
aggressive.
gone now.
Yeah.
Like you can't hide behind any image now. That's gone.
Not
Like
yeah.
you made the final table in the main event. You can't pretend to be somebody else now, right?
I mean, you don't know. I don't know. I think I'm pretty low key for the most part.
Okay.
Like people don't really recognize me. I don't think outside of like the people who are like big poker fans. And,
No,
like,
but then
local
you get the guys blowing up your spot, like you
Yeah,
sit down.
that will
and
happen.
Nobody, and then like somebody be like, "Hey, you're the guy from," and then the
Right.
spot's blown up, and that's it. Now you get no
It's
more.
happened like a lot less than I thought it would. Though.
Okay. Are you
think this
disappointed
whole-
in that?
I
Like,
think- well, I
you're
think
not
this
at
whole-
Publix. Are you at Publix and like, hey, are you that guy?
Publix, that happened to me one time, but
Did
it was someone who kind of already knew me though.
Okay.
It was one of the dealers here, his brother. He was like, oh, Zen.
That's funny.
I think COVID got me, that whole quarantine thing. So like my
ruined-
next shot,
blew
my
you up.
15 minutes got taken away.
because you were going to go into the next one, and you could have
Yeah.
been like, oh, here he is, and then you get a couple spots.
But there's so much like stuff that's happened. Now it might not even happen again.
The world is fully changed now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight flush draw.
I mean, as a poker player, like that's always gonna be your dream, making the World Series main event final table. So, but after your final table, like that's really the only thing you want to do again, even though it's like so hard to do. But
No,
it's,
just go get any bracelet. Go get
Right,
one. Just
any
get,
bracelet.
Get anyone. Get anyone. Just go get one.
How they chocolate?
I left at like 1:30.
Allen with the king, jack, jack, jack. Let's see if he plays these
Marky
trips.
Mark. Raise it
Nope.
up.
Mark with the aces. And that's what this game is really about. You get aces, like, I think, 1 out of every 27 hands or so.
Okay.
So, like, the key is, like, playing your aces well and then playing hands that can crack aces.
Come on, dealer.
I know we're located close to the table. Hear all the shenanigans going on there. So sounds like in 15 minutes we're going to have some fireworks.
Big pots.
We are working at relocating the broadcast booth just for this reason.
Oh, okay.
So we don't get a heads up of what happens.
Mike flops a set. Oh, and a flush. And he's the only, I don't think it.
Oh, Bruce flops his set too. But Bruce will muck his because it's not a flush.
You guys really don't want to raise on me.
Yeah, Bruce is never going to be aggressive
Bruce
here.
is
But let's see
folding.
he draw. Let's see if he draws. But I don't think anyone's
What are you
betting
doing,
here.
Mark?
Card I need.
And all right, I expect Mark to bet here. Checking. But
Oh,
he's
what
just,
a bad card. I want to see some action.
Yeah, I
Yeah, Mark has the top set and a flush. And he checks it.
yeah, he's checking because it's a low flush. There's so many players in
Stop.
there. But I think because you have to set backup, you probably should bet the turn for
Because
value.
if you're not good, it's a semi-bluff. If you're not good, you can get
Yeah, this hand there should be a lot more action. Look at Bruce. Bruce is so confused. He's like, damn, I saved a lot of money.
The top set was all you needed.
What?
What was that about? What kind of
Well, that's the danger of Omaha when you have like all these cards out. Like it's very hard. Like that's what I was talking about earlier. When there's a flush on the board, it's like people are playing suited cards. Like you're not just playing unsuited cards. Even if you're playing a lot, like even if you're a loose player playing a lot of hands, you're playing suited cards. So
Or you can have them by accident.
right,
also.
exactly. So like when a flush is out there, you want to be you don't want to get raised. You don't want to bet and get raised. So a lot of guys like to just take it to the river and just hope they win.
He's like, I got probably. No, I would have looked straight. Nah, I would have looked back. Oh shit! I don't think you. I have a bluff catcher. He said the ace of clubs is out there.
I munched down at Chef's
I hooked up that. No, you have a flush, you idiot. My skunk, I was walking a little stressed out. That was a straddle too, by the way. I called it.
You got the hot sauce too.
That's funny.
20 today.
What?
$20. Close. Close.
Might have got it.
Option, Josh.
I was actually just happy everybody was checking on me then.
Bruce counting his chips there. See how many more hands he could pay blinds for.
He's dwindling.
Oh, shit, I could have flushed with you.
Carlos with trips again. He's playing the trips again. Get 3 kings.
I'm gonna Photoshop Doc with a massive stack of chips.
Probably there till the river.
Like
Send
this
it out to
big
everyone.
pile and be like, look at what Doc did today.
I wasn't looking back at it. That's what I was like, all right, I know we had this bad pair. It is, right?
Josh betting out with aces and eights. That's going to take it.
Buddy, I got
No one hit anything else.
He tried that last week when we were like four-handed. He had 3 jacks in his hand. Jack 10 with the nuts.
I mean, Mark doesn't miss recalling any hands. He tells so many hand stories every single time.
Yeah, he does. He
knows-
remembers all the
Yeah,
hands.
he does.
Had turn and a set of queens, so it got him involved. Look at this. The guy is asking me,
All right, straddle.
can we run it twice? And I'm like, dude, I still got more money. I called the bet. And he's like, can we run it twice? I'm like,
$25 straddle, 62, guys.
Why didn't you get his number?
You say you run it once?
You could have brought him back.
No, me and him were battling.
That's your
boy, Mark. No, the old dude. That was, what's his face friend? Joe.
Oh,
man?
that old dude.
Yeah.
Yes. That old dude.
JoJo's the one I had the hand with.
Joe.
25
Jets
bucks.
Joe? You talking about Jets Joe? Yeah, not breaking glass Joe.
This hand that Rose is limping over ace jack 9-8.
Joe Johnson.
You know what I, to be honest,
Probably a little too loose. Looks okay, you know, it's got 3 connected cards, but without a suited ace,
I would like to have
you're just
one.
going to get yourself in trouble sometimes.
Tony, old man,
I was about to ask where the hell is he?
I have to call him.
One, I think. Finally back in it.
But
Who
next
flips
week,
it on?
all your regulars are back. All of them
It's on you, bro.
Oh, I had to
are
No,
back.
he's
So do you have an idea, and based on your position before the cards are dealt, what you're going to play? Or what your qualifier? Or obviously you assess
Yeah,
it.
for, like me personally, I like to play like from the first positions. I'm playing like really tight,
Right.
and from the later positions, I'll start playing like really loose. So you're still playing like a lot of hands,
Coming back.
but you just want to play them in good position. You want to be able to raise and get it like 2-handed, 3-handed, and then you go from there.
I just hope it wasn't no Don Julio.
See, I should have outlawed wings at the table. Like, wings shouldn't be a thing at the table. And if they are, you should eat them like Q eats them, with a fork.
Is that how he eats them?
He eats them getting massaged with a fork, with his head sideways.
Q. Has he been on the stream in a while? You only been on the stream one time,
No,
right?
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
175.
What's 75?
175.
She flopped trips.
Yeah.
If there's no other jack out there, this hand should end. Mark's got a wrap. He's got a wrap. He's got 15 cards to make a straight, but since the board is paired, he's letting it go. Oh my God! Wow. Here comes running kings. Rose's hand would have been dead if anyone was in there.
Yeah.
It got counterfeited, didn't it?
Those are brutal. Counterfeits.
I folded a 6.
It doesn't matter. Any pair beats
Right,
you.
yeah, they checked, but I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Pair potentially
My
got
high
counterfeited.
card,
Big
actually.
time. Big time.
My pocket fives killed you.
$25 straddle under the
Yeah.
gun.
I had
You
one
almost had
time.
that flop.
Right, my pocket fives catch up on
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I saw a meme about that, or meme, or whatever you call it, the other day. About like, oh, if I stayed in, I would have beat you. I like posted on a dealer's forum actually, because it's like, okay, well,
Yep.
that's why we play the game, and that's why we bet. So you don't call and you don't beat me.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, I like to
Oh,
smell that.
25 to call, guys.
I'll say it. My hat ball should be my uncle. That's what. That's what they always
Yeah,
call
that's
me.
the one, right?
That's the one.
25.
Rose was a little wasted on those. That
Mark is
line.
in there. Jack 10, 7-5 double suited.
Walking up to that bathroom like.
Wow.
That's what I'm telling you. 1 out of every 27 hands. So like.
Right, and we're seeing 10, so every third hand.
Yeah.
Or every 2.7 hands.
Right.
The wine gets you hot.
See, I know a little math too.
There you go.
That's why I don't wear a lot of clothes here.
between Stag Sleep and King.
They're waking up now.
So Luke makes it 110 with
Mark's
pieces.
in there, double suited. Go ahead, Mark.
There we go. This is a.
We
This
know
is a,
you're in there,
This is a
Mark.
nice pot. Heads up, 200 and something dollars in there.
Mark thinks diamonds are good. They're not.
You got aces and you got a hand that's trying to run down the aces. Like this is how the game is usually played. Like
There
heads
it
up
is.
and this and a spotlight like this comes up.
I think he just ran them down.
Jack 9-9. They both flop some.
Oh no, the
I
diamonds.
thought it was, they see through it, no?
No, they can't.
All right, Mark is Mark is deciding to lead here.
Ew.
Wait, did he lead or
Yeah.
what happened? No, wait, he's putting a lot. That's way too much for a lead.
No, it is too much. That's what the dealer's correcting them now. But they're like both.
Oh, there
agree-
was a bet. Luke, I think Luke potted, and Mark decided to repot.
Mark, you're in.
Yeah, he's in bad shape here. He needs an 8 or a jack. There's the 8. He got there. Oh,
that's what we heard
my
earlier.
God. Marky Mark. I think Marky Mark with the one time.
That was an ugly one.
80-20 for Luke. No
my
good.
That was an ugly.
Wow.
I tried to make it pretty, but.
Yo, you should have seen this hand Frog did you last night, bro. Best.
That's
best
a
Frog did.
pretty sick hand there.
Frog's such a nit, but he makes the most moves.
Mark's trying to rep the 9,
I don't think he like really.
but Luke had the flush draw, so he's not going anywhere.
You think maybe he does it?
I think so.
Buddy, 9.
I play with Frog a lot, and let me tell you, he's 100% different at the stream table
Then he,
compared
of course,
I've seen some of these.
Yo,
Frogster.
Mark.
$25 straddle on the button.
9, 10
$25 straddle.
I'll tell you one thing. Mark is a tighter player when he's playing no-limit tournaments.
He has king of
Yeah?
hearts, queen of
Yeah.
diamonds. He ships it for like 3
But
grand.
definitely mixing it up
And you're
here.
supposed to be, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I mean,
The run out goes ace jack.
I,
A little too tight.
a lot of players
but-
probably have. A lot of players
what's it called? How did
have a problem shifting. And I know some of the best tournament players that I respect aren't very good at cash games.
Right.
It went from like 3 to 25.
You find it, but you can learn both, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a poker player, you're a poker player. Like, I think people saying that is just, I mean, if you're good at tournaments, you can be good at cash too if you want to be. If you're good at cash, you can be good at tournaments too. It's just learning. It's a poker game. You know, it's not
it's management,
that different.
bankroll management,
Yeah,
right? That's it.
there's bankroll management. There's a lot of stuff, but like it's just figuring out the game and going from there.
Check it out.
Like in the end, it's all the same thing. Like somebody makes a bet,
Right.
figure out if are you good or you're not good,
Right.
and then you go from there.
That's simple. And then you're at the final table of the main event.
Right. It's very easy.
An easy game.
I'm buying
Let's
shots.
do it.
I'm buying shots.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely know some like good tournament players who don't do well in cash. But
Cocktails.
my chauffeur.
if you're a good poker player, you should be good at both. Well, you can be.
My chauffeur, yeah. My chauffeur from the beach will take you home. Because Rose can't right about now. If I put these heels on, y'all,
It might get ugly.
it might get ugly.
He was way in the back of the biggest swing second house.
It'll be
She's like,
pretty.
it'll look great.
Oh, Jeremy.
All right, looks like Mark bet here with top pair and a gut shot. He just turned top 2 with the blockers to the straight.
Oh no. Carlos.
He's checking. I thought he would bet here to rep the straight. Carlos checks back his top and bottom.
Ah, Jeremy.
Buddy, I'm sorry.
Jeremy, you hear the music? You hear the music, Luke?
And he checks again. No.
Five.
Sad
Mark
song
got a
right
set.
now.
No.
No, I had
I've been down here long enough.
In the old days, Southern was so jammed up. Man, that was a nice one. They had to make all those flyovers.
You fucks with a lot.
Mark's having an all right day today.
Yeah, I think it was. He started off rebuying a couple times, but he's doing well now.
We got a $50 straddle on the button.
He has the most chips. I'm not sure how much he's up.
$50 straddle now.
There we go. No, $100. No, $100 on the left. There we go.
Wow.
Luke.
Let me ask
Luke,
this. So you've seen a
$100.
lot of games, and you played in a lot of games, and you travel and you play. On a scale of 1 to 10, how was the action in this game?
I say the action is
Unless you got salt in the cup.
is probably like a 9.
Yeah.
All right, guys, 100 to call on roll.
It's not the worst thing, that's for
There's
sure.
definitely like different types of action. You know, like some guys are just you know, there's some games you have guys just trying to get it in pre-flop.
Right.
This game, everyone's just trying to see a flop. So it's a little different.
I'm gonna stick
I don't want to ruin the game.
to the devil.
It just got out of hand
I want Patron.
Like this game, you need to make some hands. Like everyone's, when you're straddling to 100 and everyone's got 1K behind, there's not much playability left after you put in that 100. So you need to make a hand. And even if you have aces, you're vulnerable. So it's like, it's just a lot of gambling for sure.
Yeah.
There you go, Sweden. Bump it up. Make it 400, right? 500. 500 is the raise with ace, queen, queen, deuce. And that's a good hand. That's a good hand. That's a really good hand.
When you drink Patron and your clothes don't come off, your cards come out.
The real truth.
Oh! He said, straddle this one.
Allen's got a nice hand. Ace, jack, 10-7 double suited. But I think he's going to lay it down. He's going to lay it down. He's only got 1,000. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's a nice hand, but it's like, what are you going to do? You have to put in half your stack.
You're calling, right? Easy.
I think I would fold too because you're putting 500 and you only have 400 left. So it's like you're like when
you're not getting enough
because it's a $100 straddle. So you have 9 big blinds. You know what I mean? If you have 9 big blinds, you want to have the best hand before the money goes in. Or close to it. Luke is gambling. He's got king, queen, jack, deuce. Luke is trying to get his mark money back.
Come on, Rose. Gamble, Rose.
Rose got a pair. Rose does not have a good hand.
Gamble, Rose.
Josh, come on.
Rose needs to lay this down. She needs to lay this one down
Don't
because
do it.
it's not $1,000. You got Sweden over there with like 2K. She got to let that go. Josh is gambling. I don't mind that for like that stack. He's only got like 600. If you're gonna gamble, you might as well gamble random stuff.
Wait, so it's one flop? Oh, so my clubs are dead. That's sick.
Did he call?
Josh is in there. Yep, 8864. He had 100 in. What's another 600? You know.
You're kidding, right? Okay, don't confuse the viewers.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not a terrible call. Josh is favored in this hand. He's 8.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad call.
Because the cards are tied up.
You probably shouldn't call the 100. But if you're gonna play the,
He doesn't know he's
right. But if you're gonna put 100, if you're gonna gamble, you need to gamble. You can't just like put money in and let it go.
Yes, because then you
Right. Then you're just giving 100 away.
Okay.
So like I don't mind.
You gotta stand up for yourself
Yeah.
once in a while.
If you're
Like, you know what? I had enough.
gamble,
of
you
this.
gotta gamble.
Okay. Well, he's had enough. Even though he just got here.
He's had enough. It's been like 30
It's enough.
hands.
I played too much.
No, I mean, you shouldn't put the 100 in the first place. But if you're gonna put the 100 in, put the rest in.
Nobody cares what you had, Rose.
Yeah, Rose did have to set that. She was right.
Yes! There it is.
Oh, he's got outs. He's got outs.
Wait, he's cheering for outs?
Yeah, he was dead, but now he has outs. He has a
Oh
lot
my
of outs.
God, he went from dead to 50%.
Yeah, he got first and he gets there. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
If you're gonna gamble, you gotta gamble. There you go, Josh.
Wow.
Hey, same 2 cards.
Oh, they're going again. 4. Oh my God.
No way.
No way. Is he gonna hit it again?
He's gonna do it?
Is he gonna do it? No, it's a chop. So it looks like Luke gets half and Josh gets the other half.
Nice shot, Luke.
And I get that. Nice get this.
I get that from him. I get this from him.
The adrenaline in Omaha all ends.
No, from him. Yeah, no,
Exciting.
So you're chopping the main now.
A lot of hype.
That's an app hand if it's ever the best.
Josh got very excited when he turned that wrap.
We're
Okay, you know what? They all got
Hey, that's
big
your
cards.
fault.
That's a gritty head. That's a gritty head.
I'm still tipsy from last night.
In the window.
Still tipsy from last night.
I take tips.
You legit
So
said.
what kind of bankroll you need to fade that kind of stuff? You gotta be less.
I swear.
You can't show up with like less than 5
I said
Gs,
this shit was a
like to
hard.
fade all the crap you're gonna have to dodge.
In this game,
Yeah.
if people are straddling 100 every single
Yeah.
hand, you're essentially playing 50, 100. So you need like probably 100K, like at least 100K.
Right.
It's gonna keep coming like that. I'm down. Whatever.
But like in a 5-5 game, I mean, you can take some shots. You can yeah, probably like a 20K total roll is fine. You know.
The pots are clearly going up, and the excitement level is clearly going up based on the level of alcohol being consumed.
Yeah, for sure.
Alan will tell you.
And that's what makes this game fun.
Wow.
Right?
No. Ain't no baccarat.
Those pros
Right.
watching
Baccarat you
and
all
like,
day.
man, what I wouldn't do to get in this.
I don't want to slow down.
Are you the big line last night?
I'll never
Two
make the
shots, 4 glasses of wine. I'm never mind.
Hey, call it in.
Yeah, it looks like they're negotiating on what shot to do next.
Damn, Josh, what's got him into you, big dog?
Call it in.
The Saturday brunch wine is gone. They're doing
No, yeah, it's time. Yeah,
It's time for
cut
the
to the
shots.
chase.
I don't have high cards. I must.
Huh? You better wrap,
He turned a sweet hand.
better wrap your head around fucking common sense.
Buddy, I said
Is it Mardi Gras pizza?
Yeah, he does. He's here in party.
I'm supposed to scoop that.
Luke is still trying to get on. Luke was kind of quiet in the beginning, but ever since he lost that pot to Mark, he's trying to get it back
You
quick.
wasn't to a damn monster.
All right, guys, 25.
He called you a 7-10. That was worse than
No,
that.
Yeah, we're talking about that hand right now.
You with the tip.
You had him so smoked.
Let's see if Rose plays 3 sevens.
Don't do it.
We've seen some people play trips.
Glad we all like Sarks, though. So
Do it for the stream, Rose. You got a suited ace.
She did.
She
She
did.
did.
My 2, my clubs, and my queen.
I don't condone that behavior.
All I could do was get a 2.
Sweden just lost the pot. He's in there.
And the ace. I was destroyed.
Jeremy's in there with a pair of deuces. Sweden's got. See, Sweden just raised an ace, queen, queen, deuce, and then he doesn't raise a queen, queen, 10, 9, which is because he just lost the pot. So like, they're kind of, a lot of these guys.
Do you take that in the? Do you take that in the account?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Like, he's definitely
Okay.
playing with emotion,
No, do
right?
you?
I don't.
When you-
No,
no.
I try not to.
When you watch the other player, like if you're, do you account what happened the hand prior to put him in
like-
range to change his range?
Yeah, if I think they're like gonna
Yeah.
play by emotion, yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Let's see. Rose has a pair of aces. Checks too.
They're getting fully rowdy now. And you hear that. I don't
heard
know what's
that.
going on,
It's
but
about to
that's
happen.
not now. That's 15 minutes from now.
Oh, he's bad.
Little small discount.
Jeremy betting here with, what does he have?
I thought you took a
A
break.
pair of deuces and a gut shot. He's
You back?
38% somehow. I'm missing something.
Well, it takes the account into all the cards that are gone, so it's doing the calculations.
Right, but he doesn't have anything. He just has a pair of deuces. How is he favored? Okay.
Maybe the other hand was folded already.
Yeah.
It might not have read it. Yeah.
He just took it. He just took it down with the
There it
worst
is.
pair.
Well, what position, like you said again.
Yeah, he just took it down. Everyone checked to him. He's like, let me just bet here with my gut shot. And everyone folded.
And then, you know, I indulge.
Wow.
So I'll let you guys know we got 9 players.
Did Doc do any shots of Patron?
Doc did not. His demeanor is the same.
All right, sweetie.
Oh, Josh got dealt out here.
Oh.
Josh said. Josh.
Give the last 4.
Oh.
You want these?
Josh, you
bad.
want
You got
mine?
these. Want these?
We can do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Bro. You were like
So you have
high him, match front to back, and everything 20.
It was meant to be.
They even announced
In
nine
time
players,
games,
so
everyone gets dealt in unless they miss the line. But they're letting this slide. Take a hand off.
The people that are watching, they all type in. They say, fuck that Josh guy. We don't like him.
Bruce is in there. This is
Whoa.
He's my favorite player.
ace 2, 3, 5. Yeah, he mixes it up.
Wow. He might be taking into account that the alcohol is flowing now. He might be getting somebody making a
Great,
mistake,
75.
or this might be his one bluff he can run a day.
Looks like it's gonna be 4-handed. Oh no, Jeremy was the raiser. It was a limp by Carlos, limp by Bruce, and then Jeremy raised with King Queen 9-6. That was the action. He was trying to take the button, but Mark came along.
And these flops are killing the action.
Yeah, all flush board. Let's see what happens here. Jeremy's got nothing. He has one club in his hand.
He'll just
Let's see if he stabs.
Yeah, see, that's that position again you talk about.
Yeah.
You should probably stab at that every single time, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah, because there's an ace on the board. People put you on like ace king, aces, so you can just take the pot down just like that.
Or flush, like all of it.
Like he got Bruce to fold ace 3. He got Carlos to fold an ace because, I mean, the simple answer is because they don't have a flush. So
you represent every single
yeah,
time.
and all he did
every single time.
He makes. I think Jeremy made a 75 pre-flop, and then he bet $80 on the flop. So he's betting 80 into about 300. So he's not putting a lot of money in there. He's not doing anything crazy. He's just making a bet when everyone checks to him, and if they don't have it, they fold. And that's something that's going to work in a lot of these live games where people are trying to make hands.
Shot of rice wine they're calling for.
We have that here. Do we? I'm asking you.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing?
Sounds like sake. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Even downstairs where we didn't have a fan.
25, guys. I don't like the card. Yeah, fans off.
The fan was an excuse, huh?
It's always the excuse. Come on.
Have to get out.
What is that, 5 for the day?
Even downstairs.
25. 50.
Go.
Jeremy with the min raise to 50. King, queen, 10-3.
That's real shit. You put it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the 3-bet. There's the min click back. We haven't seen that today.
So what's the saying? Like, as the game gets looser, you're supposed to play tighter? Right? Or is there any truth in that? As the game gets tighter, you're supposed to play looser?
I don't know. I say maybe sometimes. Other times, like, you're just going to miss out on money. If people are gambling and they're putting it in with really bad hands, you want to put in...
You got to adjust it.
Yeah, you want to
put
in with bad hands also, but better than theirs. So that's...
Right. That's all you got to do is play a little better than they are, and they're playing really bad right now.
Let's see.
They're playing a lot of margin.
See, like this pot right here. So Luke 3-bet to like 100.
He's going to take it again, right?
And he c-bets really small on this board, and Jeremy is just like floating with nothing. But that's a good card for Luke, though. Ace on the turn.
I gotta mix it up a little bit. I know he's in a pot me, so I'm just ready to fold. Voodoo can't even help me this
Mark's
time.
cards.
Well, we could have seen some fun stuff if that ace didn't come on the turn, I think.
Oh. Never had this guy dominate. This guy is like, I never see him lose. I just want to take a dip in him one time. Like, he finds a way when there's not a way. You're like a Carmen San Diego.
I'm wondering if Mark has something like 6-2 or 6-5 here. And he's actually worried that Luke might have pocket aces.
I want to show you a bluff in stream. I want to show you a bluff in stream. So everybody can go wild and my fans can tune in.
Clubs.
Clubs, I think you would call by now. It's only $200 to win
I'm doing
$755.
this one for the fans, baby.
It's funny in this game, like it's a lot easier to call with draws than like say bottom 2 or even middle 2 or even top 2.
Right.
Because like the draws, you know what you gotta hit. Like sometimes if someone is firing and you have the top 2 pair and nothing else, if they have top set or middle set, you're practically dead.
Right.
And buy one of those like 30-inch TVs and put it on the wall as a picture and play it back.
Pix Palace, you guys should start taking shots too.
Yeah, he's on it.
Zen's been drinking. No shots yet.
That's what I'm saying. The wrap in your January unit.
I'm definitely going to clip it now. I'm definitely
I can be 100% wrong.
Bomb pot.
I just need everybody's phone number so I can put it into a group chat. That clip, I'm going to keep playing it back in the group chat. Over and over.
Nobody went to the bathroom?
There you go, the second round here.
Yeah.
It looks like there's more shots in this round. Maybe a couple more people joining in.
Doc should do that thing where you like pretend to do it and you just throw it in the bush.
I'll put the 50 out there as a feeler to see where
Throw it in the plant behind you, Doc.
I have an ace.
Somebody actually did that
I want you to
in the game. He was buying rounds for the table, but telling the waitress to bring him water.
Oh, yeah.
The table did not warm up to that in any way.
Yeah, that's dirty.
It's dirty, right?
Yeah,
It's hitting below the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
I thought
a
so.
lot.
I thought so.
Yeah, even if you hit.
Yeah, it's right, walking right on the edge of. Yeah, I'm a karma guy, and that doesn't work.
Oh, that's fair. No, that's fair. It's all fair. No, and he's drinking, so it's all good. There you go.
If Josh would just hurry the fuck
No, is this does this game run throughout the week?
No, they run
sometimes?
sometimes in the evening. They do, but not during the day.
Depends who's here.
Yeah, so this is pretty much the only time this group comes in. But the other players will make a game in the evening sometimes. But like I said, I'd like to make it a staple of this game at some point, more consistent, especially with the popularity it's gaining.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have a good hand. I'm not playing versus. I'm not trying to get sandwiched between y'all two. Hell no.
So they just shut us off during the bomb pots. It looks like production team.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. That's the first time we've seen it. It just happens so fast in these bomb pods.
Who's the ice for?
Who else needed one of those?
Thank you so much.
Hey, who else?
Sweden. You got the
I got the salt. I got the
You have
salt.
your
You have your
tequila?
shots down there?
All
There
right,
you
shots
go.
up.
Shots.
I need
Yeah,
salt.
with,
That's salt. We need some salt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. 6 drinkers.
Oh my God, Alan!
Oh, there, Alan, nice.
Not Marky Mark though.
Marky Mark. Looks like he's got a Coke.
Look, Doc just taking it all in.
Loving Coke. Doc is loving it.
Passing the salt.
I think everyone's having a drink but Doc.
Yeah. Wow.
Even the announcers are drinking, Doc.
What a great. Not both. Not both. I'm actually on the clock right now.
All right, where we going afterwards?
No, you
We're not about to waste this.
But I would play in this game in a second.
Mixed drink.
I've never played it.
I think I could beat this game.
Yo, back is mixed drink.
It'll definitely be fun.
Oh, I'd have fun trying.
Yeah.
Sure,
Hey,
Full.
That's a good idea.
That's what's nice about the game. It's fun, even. You know, there's obviously some people aren't winning right now, but they're having fun.
today's the day.
That's a beat,
I'm done with drinking.
Didn't you love Paul Pierce at the end?
Fuck y'all. I'm Paul Pierce. I told the NBA, fuck off. Y'all don't think I'll tell y'all?
I enjoy that.
Oh.
What is this? A $5 pot. $20 in the pot. $5 limit. No straddle this time.
I don't understand.
Someone forgot. Luke flops, middle pair, and net flush draw.
Rose is very nice, opening a straight flush draw.
Oh, yeah, she's in there.
I get separated for you.
Wow, I don't know if I'm not jamming there. Raise it up, Rose.
105.
Josh is raising it up with
That helps. Now,
a pair of queens.
now she jams for sure, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, in Omaha, like, yeah, it's just your flush draw is still not the biggest line. So she, like in this spot right here, she's really only. Oh, she gets there. Oh, that's what
told you.
That's what the commotion was about. All right, I know one thing. All the chips is going in.
Yeah, it's all going in.
Yeah,
Somebody's
it's all
telling
going
sorry.
in. Luke goes pot. Rose. All right,
Look,
there she
Rose
goes.
is
She's
posturing.
Posturing.
Yeah,
Yep.
here we go.
Let's-
Wait. Oh, she's,
Wow.
wow. Remember this in case she ever does this when you're playing. What is this?
Well, she's gonna raise. It matters how much.
Run it out. I'm stuck, and I want to sting y'all for 100 each.
Let's go.
After the hand.
See,
After the hand, I'll be
Wow, a lot of information.
yeah, like if you're Luke here, you gotta consider calling. You gotta consider it.
Consider it. You got to do more than consider it, right?
Yeah, it's like
No, but what can he beat? What
Exactly.
can he beat? What can he beat?
Exactly.
What can she? What can
Right.
Luke possibly
Exactly.
beat there?
you have
What
to.
can he beat? She's coming over the top like this. What can you beat? You can't beat
You're
anything.
beating someone
can't
who
beat-
is.
So fucking much.
He called already, right? Yeah, he already called.
You can't beat anything. There's nothing you can beat.
You can
She's
only
not
beat.
making that play.
You can only beat someone who is misreading the board.
Yeah.
So
You lay that down easy, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta lay that down. You gotta lay
Yeah?
that down.
Yeah, it's okay to lay down a nut flush.
I mean, if somebody raises you on the river
Yeah.
in Omaha, it's always the nuts. It's pretty much always the nuts.
Yep.
Yes, let's flip.
Why did you take your money?
Hundo.
No, he
put too much out
got a
there.
stack. I took the 340 that she
Yeah, that's all right.
yeah.
Nice hand, Rose.
Wow.
100 flip.
Hundo.
Now they're doing flips.
So she can't make that play with the blocker, right? Have you ever seen it?
You know, I've actually done it once. I've actually tried it once and it worked.
Straight flush blocker?
Yeah, I tried it once here. Actually, I was playing a guy heads up, waiting for the main game, and I don't know. I was like, this guy doesn't have it. Like, he was betting, and I was like, I have the straight flush blocker, and I thought he had the nut flush blocker, so I decided to raise him on the river after check calling, and it worked, and he showed me the nut flush, but I did not. I didn't think he had the nut flush. I was just like clicking buttons. But no, it's not a play I would recommend.
No, yeah, that's not a thing.
Okay, who's got it? Bruce got. Oh, Bruce and Rose both have a king. That's why. It wasn't the straight flush. It's always the flips where they go get out of line.
Oh my God.
I think Bruce gets it all. Bruce gets it all. That's
King 9. She's there.
Rose is king 9. Oh, it's over. Bruce has king 7.
Yeah, that's it.
This game.
Is it going to be betting?
Sure, I'll do one more.
Is it going to be betting here?
No, it's just a flip.
That's beating. 6. Oh, no, you want an 8 or a 7?
You want a 7.
8 or 10 to be a
Okay, 8.
Oh my God.
7. I want a 7.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Don't take any of my cards here is what I'm thinking.
Oh my God, Bruce.
That's so bad for us. I know. He has a 10 too. Fuck.
Well, I'm not sure why they're taking so long. Rose has the nuts.
No, they haven't seen it yet.
She hasn't shown it?
No,
she has.
they're taking turns. No, they roll one card until you beat the other person.
Oh, okay.
So right now, he's in the lead, Carlos, but he can't win.
So people with
He can't.
yeah, guys.
That's it.
So they're trying to make it straight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's done.
peeking.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's done.
Mark will have a straight here, but he's going to lose to a bone. Mark will have a straight.
Look at it, Mark.
Okay, Mark's looking bad.
Oh. Needs an 8.
Thank you.
What a waste of an 8.
Oh, I got a royal. No.
Whoa.
Fuck y'all. You're going home too, eh?
Oh no, Rose is gonna go nuts.
I'll take that. I'm going home.
Knock her out.
Need 8. Where are all these 8s at? Where are the 8s
There's
at?
no more 5, so 4 8.
You need 8-10.
Alright, okay, that's not it.
It's so funny that we know all the cards already.
Right there, I'd be cheering for another king. You're like, come on, king. If a king comes, it's a misdeal, and everybody can get their money back. Come on, king.
Hold up the card.
Let me flush rock.
Oh, 10!
We haven't seen 8 yet.
He's gotta have 8. He's gotta have 8.
Sorry, buddy.
That's what it was.
Sorry. Watch this, the first one.
Rose, you better.
Peel.
Show your
She has a lot of outs right now.
It don't make no difference.
You hope we have a block.
You better vote up,
Stay
Rose.
your pick. Stay your pick. Come on.
This kid got the biggest winner of his career. 1K in the pot. There she goes. She's going to do lap.
That's what it was.
Not good at time.
You have a vote too!
She got quad problems.
Yeah, I mean, 10-handed flip, 40 cards out there. Someone's gonna have a vote.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Rose can now.
It's the Patron.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah, but I'm putting it on the show.
Oh.
In the nuts right after.
Woo! Did you see that? You didn't see it?
We heard it.
We saw it, Rose.
And we heard it.
We
And the
saw
whole
it.
world saw it.
Thank you so much, Rose. Appreciate that.
Woo! Woo!
You come to donate to Rose. That's what it is?
That's basically
This is the
it.
Rose charity
Get your
fund?
Rose shit.
Listen, Rose, if you want to keep coming to your game, you got to form a non-profit. So you can at least get a write-off. All of this
All I want
donation.
is a 50% chance. And
Listen.
I feel like she
But
went
here's
a
the
lot.
thing. Here's the thing. If she forms a non-profit, we can at least get a
Small blind
write-off
Rose,
for the
and then it's
donation.
25 if you want to
Or
play.
at least get some tax
I don't know
benefits
how I
from
want to
it.
play. Oh, shit.
Just form a non-profit. I
Oh,
hope.
shit. Oh, hell, fuck y'all.
Throw that man.
Of course you do. Why would you want to be flopping straight,
I know, it's super weird.
river and straight flushes
Oh,
and
my God.
flopping boats?
All right, back to the normal action. We got a raise by Jeremy
Normal
here.
action. Where's the normal
Queen
action
Jack
at?
8-4.
It says back to the normal action. I haven't seen any yet.
Sometimes after a big flip, they calm down.
I drop a 25 to you, baby.
We'll find it. I'm not worried.
We'll find it.
Alan got the split on it.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Oh,
does.
I see
Thank
it.
you.
I can see it. Oh, y'all don't see my ass and shit. I can see
Hold on, I got it. I'm younger. I got it. I'm younger. Hey, I want to look under Rose's
It's okay. It's on you, babe.
Might jump in this game.
You're the best.
Yeah, go right up when they go
Afterward-
downstairs. They go
when it
downstairs
goes
and hop
downstairs.
right in.
I'm at their level anyways right now.
Yeah, you're already there, and I'll vouch for you. I'll say, yeah, no, he's not. Throw my badge on the desk and I'll jump in too. Turn it in.
Mr. Baccarat 5,000.
Baccarat this
5,000.
Don't blame me, blame them. I didn't want to play him.
That's not the problem. Yes. Yeah. I just know most people.
You flopped it.
That's you.
You
That's
definitely
you.
flopped
You
it.
flopped the nuts.
305.
You flopped
Oh,
the
I
nuts.
thought.
We see Jeremy Seabang here with middle pair.
Heads up, full.
What's you?
Luke calls in position. Never mind. Jeremy turns the jack. I was going to say he's going to slow down, but once he turns the jack,
I'm a bad liar.
he is definitely not going anywhere. He bets
$5.
$5. Gets raised.
Yeah, it's getting crazy now.
Hey,
You can't possibly fold for $10.
I don't think I need chicks
Never
to
folding.
Jeremy.
Always calling. Never raising.
Jeremy.
Luke's got a flush draw to go of his ace.
I understand. The children.
All
The
about
children.
protecting the children.
Protect the children.
I go on suicide mission sometime for the children.
Protect the
Heads
children.
Oh, that's a bad card.
This is probably just going to go check, check.
Yeah, you got
Or maybe he bets.
How the fuck you got?
Bet 5.
A gentleman's bet.
Let's see if he...
He bets the min.
I think he's trying to value me right
He's
now.
hoping...
Hey, that's about.
There
Yeah,
you
and
go.
that's all he could have got out
Didn't
of him there.
Yeah, he was hoping that Luke would do some crazy bluff.
That's one.
You got one.
Oh, I got that beat. Nope. No, you won.
I was going to say, I think that's the winner.
Oh my gosh, look at my luck.
Damn.
Thank you very much.
That's crazy.
It's all luck.
Go forward.
Straddle.
I'm a gentleman.
There it is.
Very,
Straddle
very
on
much
board.
so. Very much respect.
$25 straddle.
I see that.
Flip for 100.
Why? Why, sweetie? Why you asking me if I'm straddling?
The blood and murder comes.
So if he's not here, I'm not betting. I'm not
When I
dealing
get
with him, right?
stuck, I'm going to
Don't
try to
deal
get
with me,
jumped
don't deal with me,
back.
good.
But for now, I'm just
Double straddle.
And we're capping at 50, right? The straddle?
yeah.
Yeah, take the top card, bro.
Are you guys as bad as their top?
The initial straddle or all straddles?
Yeah. That's what I said. Are you as bad as them when you go down?
Nah, man, I can't. No,
No, not at 100. You don't want 100.
Rams and Q.
No, but like if you do a restraddle.
straddle.
Double straddle will be alright.
Once Rams will talk shit to you.
So no restraddle?
The
First one's 50 times.
Got a race straddle out there. Jeremy's got a nice hand. Queen 10, 9,
So
8.
one straddle can be
One
Yeah.
suit.
So you can restraddle for 100. I think it'll be alright. You can restraddle.
He will play this. I don't know if he's going to raise or limp.
It's not every hand.
No, it's not.
It's not good. It's not every hand. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna come out. At least today.
150.
No, you're absolutely right.
Jeremy with the raise.
That's the big difference.
Yeah, that made a big
The wife's trying to play. Is there a tournament here tonight? Or today?
150 is good.
There is.
Is she still registered?
You can go to the bathroom right there. Go ahead.
Reg is closed for that one.
Wow.
We need your face on stream or it's real ugly out here.
Anybody else need a drink? Miss Mary's here.
Miss Mary, I'm drunk, so I don't know why you would want to feed me some damn drinks.
Right, get her more.
I'm drunk.
Oh,
What call of the Kings?
oh.
What is it?
Luke is in there. Queen Jack 9, 6.
Ron usually walks me to the bathroom.
You want my walker, girl? Take it.
I just shit, y'all.
I like Carlos's hand.
Yeah, I'm
6,
just
4,
gonna say I
4.
don't hate it.
Yeah, it's
I walk on the street.
If it comes anywhere around
Sweden's gambling. Sweden wants to get his heads up. He's making that raise to get it heads up with 4 random cards, and it worked. Jeremy decided to isolate for him. I expect Mark to 100% fold.
there. Right, because even if you're
He just has too many
behind,
chips.
if you could push out the people that already committed money to the pot,
Yep.
that gets you closer to where you need to be, right?
Yep. I would think Luke is folding also with his stack. He's got over 1,000, right?
905, yeah.
All right, Joe, baby. Thank you.
And Carlos will also throw his hand in the muck.
So we can no damage.
Yeah, because it's heads up, right?
Wow.
And Jeremy will put himself in a very good spot here. His queen high is dominating the 10 high that Sweden has.
You want to bet 50? That I got this hand? I bet 50. I'll do a 50.
See, that's the advanced stuff where some players are making plays. He's making plays right now.
Doogie, spades.
Oh, I got that hand. Oh, look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh,
Someone-
no, wait. Oh, I keep
Two
winning.
boards, right?
I keep
Jack
winning.
on the
I know
river.
you can't because what's it
I
called?
didn't deal him in.
Looks like Jeremy wins with queens and nines.
But they're running it twice.
Oh, they're running it twice, so you got that top board.
Yeah.
I did. I asked if you
No,
wanted
it's
to.
what do you prefer? Hold on. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, no, I did. I
Do
asked.
you want the first board? No,
You can do two full
I don't give a
boards.
fuck. I lost the first one. I know, I win, but like I'm saying, like, okay.
Yeah, we don't do two
So
boards.
two full boards. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that
Right, that's why I
confusion
said-
having a board like that.
Jeremy
that's
flops
me.
a
Oh,
wrap.
that's me.
That's me.
That's me right here.
Straight?
9-10, chop, chop, right?
I can't.
Yeah, it's reading wrong.
So
What?
three,
So me and you are chopping the side.
3/4
There's
for
not an ace on that second one with
Okay,
the
and
queen.
then on top.
It's wrong.
Nah, I'm gonna.
So I
I'm
get,
gonna
I get, hold on, all right.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, relax.
Push that shit away. Like,
Yeah.
I get half of this and then 3/4 of the night.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, so you gotta give me
How much is that? 405?
405.
All in first? Or both?
What?
I was all in.
No, they didn't call.
no,
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 no.
Every time, because everyone chops these pots a different way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We had the same here.
You didn't call, right?
No, we didn't call. We didn't call. No, he had the straight.
Yeah,
He got
no,
the
they were
straight.
just messing
No,
around.
we want to put a
I
top
got
board.
queen
Oh,
nine.
okay.
I got queen nine
Queen
straight.
nine.
Straight.
And I had set.
Oh, we ran twice on the side too.
Oh, whatever you want.
Both of them.
Chop,
Chop. You guys chop my money.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Hey, not fun. Not fun. I didn't have nothing.
Little Carlos money.
Little Carlos money.
Alright, so I got the chop. You're gonna get half.
No,
There you go.
3/4.
Yeah, well,
and then
right now.
my
Thanks,
bad.
Mark. That's all good. It's all good.
You got anything sitting?
She's the only one. Only
got anything?
person here. She's already.
It's
Hits
all
keep
good.
coming over there. Wow.
No, I'm
The
not
action is getting crazier.
You make a point. Sir.
He's
That
very
could
good.
even be a
Very
thing.
good point.
Me and Jolene go way back. We know
Way
she's
back.
sober.
Hank, no stuff, no stuff.
Actually, she's probably the soberest one here.
I really
I
am.
was thinking, actually. It just clicked in my brain.
Can you grab me 7?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I think Mark's locking up a mini win. I think a little win.
He was definitely playing a lot more hands earlier.
$25 above the $1,000 limit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's no $1,000 limit.
Oh my god.
That's not what I came to do.
No.
At this point, there's no
At this point, there's not.
There's that age-old conversation. How much can I come back in for? Oh, for you? Ah, go ahead. You let him in. Is everybody all right with him coming back for another 1,000 or 1,500? You know the buying's 500. Yeah.
Whatever they want.
Whatever they want. It's fine. We'll do it for you. We like you.
I mean,
Anybody
think
try
that's
those?
usually
Try
what-
those. Try those. Sorry.
Rattle on
That's what we start with is 1,000 usually, but then after you get stuck a couple, then you can start going.
Or we can go for whatever we buy for whatever we want.
Once you get stuck, yeah. Once you
Once
have
you
a
get stuck.
nine or two that you're stuck, then we're more reason.
Too many shots, baby.
Uh-oh, Bruce. Now you got to play a hand for $25.
Did you leave her
I
walker
can't
in
with
the
it
bathroom?
managing the micro stuff. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah, do that, please. Do that.
Did you find Ming in the bathroom?
I found Ming in the bathroom. I found Ming in the bathroom, and he helped too.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Jeremy has aces.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucked up now.
Oh my god.
Who does that shit?
Wasn't
Who
me.
gets fucked up playing poker? How does that work?
Oh.
Hold it fast.
Oh.
Welcome to my life.
There's a hand like you said. Jack 7, 8, 9 for Doug. It's a favor.
Yeah, no one has those cards.
All right.
Oh, fucking sexy.
Jess is trying to find out. It says 445 for the late reg for this tournament. Can you find out?
Yeah, let's
for sure?
find out.
Get you another player.
Jamie.
You're the best.
That needs to go there, right?
No.
The 300 goes back there.
I don't fucking.
That's okay, we got you. The 300 goes back there.
Okay, I'll give it back.
Take her back. Check. Check it. Check, check. Check. 180.
I have my second biggest loss.
Did you even look at your cards this time?
I don't know, bro. I want to see it.
I fold. This
She
shit
did.
was so
She
Can you do the
folded.
math? How full? How full?
He folded too. He folded too. 180 is the bet. He folded. Mark's out.
I didn't do it.
Are you on the Vegas bet?
I can't.
What, the backs?
That's it. Yes.
That's what like everyone is saying now.
No, I had my ticket booth and the Rio hotel, and then Zone Out's like, nah.
Yeah, on Poker Atlas, I guess it says that at 445 is the end of the late reg.
We're going to have to get them right.
Yeah, I feel like Poker Atlas have been making some mistakes for like.
Oh, they might have the
for a
wrong
lot
time
of-
zone?
Yeah, I don't something like they had the wrong late reg time for a different tournament like recently too.
I'll call you in 5 minutes.
Rattle on. Position 3.
There you go, found a little leak for you.
Go to
Yeah,
Miami
it's,
and get one of those fake destination.
300 goes
I
back
know,
there.
but I feel
Rose.
like if you win the tournament, then they'll be like, they'll wait till you win it, and then they'll be like, yeah.
Free rolling your ass.
So,
Well, no, 'cause it's not just a card. You have to go and download it into an
When
app.
you did
So I'm
that,
sure
did you
there's a
take
database
700 in
where
green and then another
No, no,
300?
Yeah, I took 5, I took 7, all from here.
Okay, yeah, so that's it.
I took it all from there.
So it's all from there.
25 to go.
Now it's going to be.
25 fold. Raise 75.
You mad about the side pop?
It's my time. It's
You
my
mad about
time.
the side pop?
Not
You
anymore.
mad about the side pop, nigga?
Yeah, we'll get him straightened out.
I've never seen nothing like Florida. We don't give a fuck.
75.
What Kobe? Kobe who? Kobe, yeah, he's down the street.
Yeah.
I grew up with Kobe, man.
Yeah. He's a fun guy.
I grew up with Kobe.
I swam through
Sweden with the raise to 75. Allen's in there. Ace, King, Jack, Deuce.
Seat 2 has not played a hand.
Doug has been pretty quiet ever since the action. Ever since he started drinking, actually. He hasn't played a hand since the shots.
5 players.
Oh, I like that shit. That
There's no respect right here.
Oh, shit.
like that
The Patron
Looks
is
like Luke
playing.
flopped bottom 2 in the lead right now.
The Patron is playing.
He's going to go ahead and bet the full pot.
The Patron is real.
Yep, the full pot.
Oh my god, Buddha killed it.
Just in case you think it's
Carlos has
Buddha there, man. Let's go.
pocket kings and don't want to fold yet. He has a queen also.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just.
Yeah, that's actually an important thing. If he scoops you, does he get the Buddha?
Yes.
What is it?
385.
You have to get the whole screw, not just the
Just a
The
call?
whole thing.
If I stack you in a hand today, can I get the Buddha?
Come get the Buddha.
I like the Buddha, man.
What if I give you
Jeremy.
25 extra on top of it?
Jeremy.
I like Buddha. Buddha's
Jeremy.
been winning for me.
Yeah, that was
Get the
tough,
Buddha.
Mark. Cold.
Come get the Buddha.
You just smooth cold, man? I think I'm in
Oh.
trouble.
He's like, I don't
Heads
even
up.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Wrong one, Miss Rose.
Oh, there's the boat for Luke.
I'm about to get savage on TV.
I think Carlos might pay off here with the overpair. There's already 1,200 in there. He's got about 500 left.
I'm a little worried.
And there are some hands that he can be beating. A lot of the wraps, 4, 5, 7 type hands, or maybe like a queen 6 that's continuing betting.
I'm not gonna fold it.
Nope, makes a good laydown.
quads.
No, it's the Buddha
Snap
playing
folded.
through me.
Quads.
Buddha!
See, like in a spot like that, it's like, then why are you calling the
That's the
flop?
Patron.
Right. Yeah, what are you trying to get?
What are you trying to hit? Are you trying to hit a, if you're trying to hit a king, there's only 2 of them.
I told you the
If you're
Patron
trying to
was
hit a
playing.
queen, there's only 2 of them. So
It's the Patron playing
if the
through me.
board doesn't really change, you should probably just stack off there.
Kings, it's the Kings. I figured. I'm like, I hope you don't have the queen though.
But one is
Yeah. Before. I'm like, I'm not gonna fold, so I might as well maybe make you fold.
Let me get some water, mama.
It wasn't against him. It was 100 all the way around, and
No, I
he
want
caught
this
it
ice water.
6 and change. And
Alright,
it's an
I
all-in
gotta
situation
liquidate
to fold
this
for
fucking
me.
Pre-flop?
No.
The Patron is playing, guys. The Patron is playing.
No, it came out on the river. It came out deuce, deuce, 5.
50 to go.
That is a type of hand you would ship if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'3", 9'7",
I was already like third hole.
You're more of a rap guy anyways. That's not your bread and
Oh.
butter, dude.
Turn
You're a
that
rap guy.
bullshit.
What? Flop them like, huh? As
Oh.
long as you don't have queens, I'm good.
We've had too much alcohol.
I think we had a little bit.
we started a little too early.
There we
A
go.
little too early. Call.
Still gone from last
Oh.
night.
Call. Doc hasn't had a
Doc
thing.
is
He's
on the
like,
water.
what?
Doc's the soberest one
Doc-
here.
Doc
Yeah,
is
you and
drinking
Doc.
I hope they got it figured out now, though.
Doc don't know, but he's driving me home.
For me? Oh, shit.
Doc is drinking water.
Don't know it, but he's driving.
No problem.
Oh, you guys are.
Alan can take everybody home.
Is there
Yeah.
in the back
Shit,
seat
I'm at my
right there?
third home.
Palm
I'm still go
Beach.
find a
Back seat,
table
but
that they're
it's-
not using.
I don't think it's
on
fitting
it.
anybody.
Can
I
you
put some
put
golf
gloves
clubs
in
back
there?
there. I just put
That
golf
should
clubs
be
back
allowed for the VIP since they don't have like a hotel. You know, just got a table that's not
Looks
being
like we're going 5 ways to the flop. Rose was the opener. King 8, 6, 4, double.
miles on it already, so.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, your new Lexus?
She didn't flop anything. I expect her to check.
Hey,
100.
there he is, Doug.
Doug's there. Oh, Doug flopped top and bottom, so he's leading out actually.
He said he's big dog. You can't be giving big dogs small cups.
All in.
Yeah, Doug's playing kind of like face up. If he has it, he bets. If he's drawing, he checks.
Because she hit the lottery.
Carlos has top 2, so that's an easy all in for him.
Alright. I
Josh has a flush draw. This is a tough decision for Josh. I think he's going to go with it.
He has a pair.
Yeah, he's got a gut shot, a flush draw, and an ace. Doug should be folding here, but yeah, he's folding.
I got a flush draw and a straight draw.
You guys are running it twice, right?
No, I just came to sit next to Rose. I'm not really worried about this shit.
Flush for Josh. Takes the top board.
Club.
Robbie, what you doing up
4
there?
clubs.
Lift.
Bigger 2 pair.
Oh, ace queen.
Josh is going to scoop.
Bomb pot.
Bump pot. I bet this is where the promotion comes in for him.
Michael Jameson.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Like a young Michael Jameson.
Yeah, I was just the button. I was just the button.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bomb it up.
He does look like a young Michael Jameson.
I like it. Well, it's about 5.
Good luck, everybody.
That's my ass work.
The buttons don't change, right?
Right up there.
I don't know why they don't have a. Like, look at all these people. Why don't they have a PLO game?
You know what? I was thinking.
Only the high and low. Like, why
If I
don't?
don't set it up, shit don't work.
She got lots. She has a lot of pull and
This just
rammers and I've been trying to. Look, I've been trying.
They're trying to do this, so they're talking about now setting this game up consistent. So I think you get it. We let you host it. We can get a game going.
Huh? I play PLO every day. They had a PLO.
Yeah, once the kid starts kindergarten, he's starting kindergarten in about a week or so.
Oh, okay.
I was planning on getting out of the house a little and play like once or twice a week.
That's all. So we'll
Just a couple hours or so.
schedule. You'll host the game and get it going.
No.
And if you would, they'll still take you to the Claters and laugh.
Yeah, right.
He'll still laugh the same at you as if he cleaned you out.
I come all over you.
You got no double board, buddy. It don't work. It doesn't work.
One flop and then
That's all.
run it twice.
What do I need?
Whoa.
We should set it up where like one person sets it up.
I'll take ace king of spades, alright? I'll take ace king of spades.
Check.
Ace king of spades.
Oh, you're so modest.
I have queen, ace,
You gotta tell them.
Oh, you won. Oh, yeah, it's yours.
Ace king, you heard that? Alright, we'll find out. Have a look.
Robbie,
Oh, the hands are going up. Rose.
they got me drunk.
We're taking advantage.
They're taking advantage of me.
Did you check, Rose? You drinking today, Robbie? You drinking today? You drinking today?
Shit, so I might have
You
ace
drinking
king of
today?
spades.
I was gonna buy you a Red Bull.
Come on, River. That's not the
I got something. That's,
Yeah, I mean.
how the fuck is that one? Oh, yeah, two boards. Well, I mean, it helps, but it's
Oh, it's on me. Or it's on you? What'd you do?
It's on you, buddy.
Oh,
Is it a free river?
It's a free.
I love
Wow, bomb pot and no betting.
That's all right.
I was just wondering.
Allison,
My
forget
chauffeur
that
Palm
ish.
Beach say,
250 is the bet.
taxing your ass.
Man, you got a 10 on both boards. I know. Alan.
my chauffeur Palm Beach said, fuck
Two
y'all.
and a Q.
Allen's making a bet. That's the first one we've seen in
Yeah.
a while.
Big hand for Allen, I guess.
Robbie, I know you play Omaha.
You play a little
Just
bit.
fold.
You can get a little bit better at it.
Oh,
This
Robbie.
table, everybody's just throwing everything. And
Robbie, we're throwing shit at the window and see if it sticks.
That's
That's it.
I did not get there.
They got it down here in the pit. We're just like the girl throwing shit at the wall, see if it'll stick.
everybody good on drinks?
Way good.
Till the next shot comes, right?
I'm just keeping up with you. Whatever you do, I'm gonna follow.
You guys gotta be sleeping on
Well,
the
you
table.
got one, I got one.
I'll do the next round.
I got my chauffeur Palm Beach on speed.
We all ready.
All right, black this.
No, don't do that.
Straddle.
I won't make it.
All right, straddle 25 and
You
C3.
keep straddling.
No, you're still button, right?
No,
yeah,
you're
still
not.
button. Yeah,
I'm gonna re-straddle.
Oh, she already did it to you.
Rosie.
All right, restraddle for 50.
Hey, Rose, can I reread your reread?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you wanna reread my
I
read?
want to reread your reread.
You wanna reread my reread?
Either way,
Reread.
I haven't looked.
I don't mind.
Better hurry up before this
Yeah,
action.
Did you see that meme?
All right, restraddle for 100.
You got a straddle here to 100. The $100 straddle is back, Noah.
I can't reread his
Here we go.
It's back.
Oh, look at sweet.
He don't need to reread. He's just doing it.
No, Sweden. Hey, Sweden, you know about that smoke, Sweden.
Oh, here we
You
go.
know about that smoke, Sweden. I know about that smoke, Sweden.
I told y'all today we're invading Sweden. Pot, motherfucker.
Right away. Marky Mark. Is he doing it?
Mark.
It's real. That was
Not that
not.
much yet, Mark, but
Is it aces? Is it aces? That's my question.
No.
Is it aces? Sweden's got the kings.
ace, ace, 9. Queen, ace, ace, queen, queen, ace, ace,
What's on his ass?
What's up, Mark?
queen.
Put him on his ass.
Wow,
How
Allen's
bad
in
you
bad
want?
shape. Allen's not in there. is he?
Allen's
No.
not in there. There's no way.
Sweet.
Everyone just doesn't want to fold. They're just taking a last look at their cards before they kiss them
I hate
goodbye.
that.
They just want to gamble, but it's just too much. Like for 20 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks, but
For 2,000.
4,000. Oh, hey, Bruce.
Bruce?
Bruce is in there.
So wait, there's no aces left then. Bruce has at least 2 of them.
What does Bruce? Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's amazing. That's
not
crazy.
amazing. That's the
crazy.
easiest call of the whole day. Oh, look, Bruce is in. Yeah. So there's. So that
Wow.
means
Is
Mark
Josh
can't
gambling? Josh has
2 queens.
Josh
Mark's
has
gonna
4
have
cards.
queen, queen, ace.
He has to have aces too.
No,
Like for him to
queen,
put in $3,000.
Queen, ace.
Yeah, buddy, I got all your
10 double suited.
Or maybe he's got like 8, 9, 10 jack double suited.
Queen, ace, 10 double suited.
Oh, you're right. He has ace,
Queen.
queen, jack, 5 double suited. Wow.
You could have let us sister in.
Oh my God.
Oh, is Luke in there with the 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9
He has all the
jack?
spades.
No, he's out. He's just showing his
He has
cards.
all the spades. What's up?
Look, right here.
He has all the spades.
Right here.
There's a yen in the window.
Luke folded his trips. Mark flopped the flush draw. Oh, no flush draw. No. Is that a flush? That is a flush draw. Isn't it?
No rainbow right now. He's in bad.
Mark is drawing almost dead.
What is this?
Yeah, I didn't get there.
Sweden gets it all. The king. Oh, no, no. Bruce gets the main. Bruce gets the main. Sweden breaks even. Marky Mark.
Wait, they ran that one only one time? Oh, because it's Mark.
Yeah, Mark only goes once.
Yeah, I know, but like, I didn't want to go.
And you thought he was locking up him anyway. He's got the ace, queen, jack,
I can
5.
call the 385.
Wow. No, he was not clearly not locking
Yeah,
anything
he was just getting trips every
So
hand.
look, Bruce, in his unorthodox style,
Bruce
gets there
is-
for a winner for the day.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Bruce is the biggest winner in the game right now.
Wow. No, yeah.
I mean, like I don't like the chips and going back and forth. I don't think anyone's really crushing the game today.
You keep messing me up.
Wow.
Damn, that was my money.
Bruce and Rose are the winners right now.
I hit the last big bet.
All right, $25 straddle.
I would never splat just there because I mean.
Restraddle
There's
for
the 50.
I know, but
Oh yeah.
$385.
They're gonna be getting wild right before the stream ends.
That's usually typically the case.
I had the winning hand, so I got 25. It was 100,000. I got 25. That's I told you I'm lucky that way.
Oh, Alan just walked.
That's, I don't know what that is. Alan. Hey, Alan. Did I miss something? Wow. Well, if nothing else, this was rather eventful. Pretty crazy, right?
Who reread the reread?
Not after that bullshit.
Good lordy.
Definitely a lot of gambling, a lot of fun stream to watch for sure.
Oh, I should have did the patrol.
I knew that whenever you asked me, you both have aces. I'm like, whenever he goes all in.
It's getting hyped again.
With a rush out or, the usual shit.
See what Mark does here.
So you haven't hit the follow button. Go ahead and do that now so you don't miss any more of this stuff. Holy moly. Our next stream will be Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thursday, 1 p.m. Huh? Is that
Yep,
no
so
limit?
that is no limit. Yep, 2-5, no limit. And then Friday evening for Vinny's game.
Vinny's game, yeah.
That's a good one. And then this game again. Don't want to miss this game ever.
100 is the bet.
Is the Thursday game like is that set up by someone as well?
It's pretty open. You can get it.
So that's just
get
more
right
of an
in,
open game,
That's the
right?
one that we asked the viewers if you want to play, come in on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I want you to see too.
That's good to know. Everyone can play if they want to.
Yeah, jump in. That's a good game. It's not this level game for the insanity, but it's good.
This is the gambling game.
This is insane.
No nits allowed. No nits allowed.
Except Doc.
Except Doc, but Doc's, you know, grandpa'd in.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
he's grandpa'd in.
He's in. It's okay.
Gotta have a drink.
I'm the best in the world.
700.
Uh-oh, it looks like a check raise by Mark here on this
go.
board. We can never see Mark's cards.
I don't know what Mark's problem is. I'm gonna have to get it
So,
straightened out.
looks like Luke bet with 3 pairs. Rose called with a gut shot and an overpair. And Mark is check raising when there's a straight on the board
That's
already.
it. Mark, just take it down here. Go ahead, Mark. There you go.
Did Luke fold?
Yeah,
He has
they
cards
folded.
still.
Go ahead, Mark. Oh my God, he didn't fold.
I
there
think
it
they're
is.
going at
Oh,
it. I
he
mean,
was all-
Mark is supposed to have 4-7. We'll see.
Oh no, he did. Luke doesn't like to fold his hand.
He has the yeah, he does. He has deuce 4, which is a straight.
Yeah,
That's what I had. 3 pairs.
Oh, he did fold. They're just
He
running
likes
the
to
cards
hold it.
out.
He likes
They're-
to hold it. You don't have to hold it. We see it. Just
Yeah.
throw it in. We believe you because it's on camera. We have it.
They were just running the cards out.
What a great show. I feel like I learned something today. And then I
good.
feel like I unlearned it as the game unfolded. Right? Everything I learned does not apply here today. Some of it does.
I mean, in a game where everyone is gambling,
Yeah.
if you're like
Gambling better.
it's tough to say. Yeah,
Calculated risk.
if you want to make the most money, you should be gambling with them
Right.
and gambling better, like you said. But if you were to play like correctly
Yeah.
and just play good hands, have the nut draws, you're
Yeah.
gonna make money.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna make that much, and you also might not get
No,
invited back to the game.
if I ever see a
That's the
spot
other
like
problem.
this, I'm in there.
Yeah.
Like, let's get it in there. Like, because I think I can make plays where some of the plays are worse than my plays, and I have value.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can like play like Doc,
No.
or maybe not that tight, but you'll make money.
I play like
but
Rose, Jeremy for sure.
yeah. You want to show up with some mediocre hands here and there.
Absolutely.
If it's aces every time, I mean, I guess Doc's a seat filler too. Like he shows up on time.
Yep.
He's make sure
Lock it up,
he's
Doc.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
lock it up.
He's getting the racks.
So.
Answer your phone, goddammit.
I'm in a hand.
Oh.
I'm in a hand. You're ruining something beautiful.
So as much as we say we gotta go, this will be the last hand. But it's been great, Zen. It's been entertaining and educational, and
That was a pleasure.
it was fun. We'll have to do this again, and maybe with the same group. Jesus. I mean, this isn't the stuff you're gonna see on some of those other streams. You're watching paint dry. I mean, this is like
Right.
you can't make this stuff up either. It's like
There's a lot of action.
lot of action.
You don't want that door.
See if Carlos bets again here. We can't see his cards. He doesn't like the jack. Maybe he has a straight draw. Straight card gets there on the river.
Here it is. You're right.
And he's
Yeah.
betting. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Or you just turn quads. Maybe you show the quads here for
There
the
it
camera.
is. 10's full.
10's full.
Easy enough.
So he's checking back to let Rose hit.
Zan, again, thank you for joining me. And everybody, I'm thank all the viewers for joining us. We will be next on Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. We'll go live. Don't forget, this game will also be next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on behalf of the Palm Beach Kennel Club and the production team, Josh Alderman, and I believe Wesley and the dealers, and we'd like to thank you guys. And we will see you Thursday at 1 p.m. for more live action-packed poker at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Good night.